see how well you do. So roll me some to hits.
Some to
Um,
hits with
yeah, without weapons. So roll me just some straight up, I'm gonna punch you in the face kind of hits. Do me 3.
Okay, so what if I just do? No, that doesn't work. Just want to do a strength check. How do I do a strength check?
If you go to the abilities onto the left side, you can just click the name. So if I want to do a strength check, just click strength.
All right. So your first guy you really struggle with, and he actually manages to take you out first. Then somebody gets a brilliant idea, and they're like, "Hey, if we pay you to lose the fight, would you take that bet? Like, would you be willing to throw a fight?"
Oh, would he? If it's to get what he wants for money, yeah, I think he would. Yeah.
Okay. So the second fight you could have won, but you decided to throw the fight for money. And you do the same with the third fight because he offers you more money. So I want you to roll me a d100.
Nice.
Okay. He is going to give you 160 gold for that.
Ooh.
And you now have an in with the boxing ring. So anytime you want to go and make some money getting your face pounded in, you are allowed to do so. You don't always have to throw the fight, but you can choose to if somebody's offering. Is that all you're doing for the week?
No, I'm gonna go buy that immovable rod now.
Okay. We talked about the price. You know how much it is, so just consider it purchased.
Nice.
Deduct the amount from your thing.
Math
I'll be right back.
hard.
Understand?
Math is hard. I'm assuming that's it for the week for you.
No. What if I could fit it? I'd like
What's the last thing?
to go try and talk to a blacksmith about the thing I talked to you about.
All right. So, are you gonna ask around?
Yeah, I'll ask for. I'll try and figure out who has like the most specialty in magical weaponry, basically.
You are pointed to the forge of the George Foremans. All right, welcome to Georgia and Georgia Foremans. What can we do for you?
Well, Georgia, I have this, and I'll hold my warhammer in one hand, and this, and I'll take out the immovable rod. I want them to be together.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that. Is it magical?
I'll click the button and then just let it sit in the air.
It's gonna be a little tricky. Probably take us a couple days, but probably have it back to you by Monday. It's gonna cost you about 100 gold to pay for the work, as it is a magical item, and you don't want it to be ruined while we do the process.
Of course.
Excellent. All right.
You want half now, half later kind of thing?
That would be acceptable. Help pay for the ingredients we need to make it work.
Also, for flavor text, make it so that instead of horses at the ends of the rod, make it elephant heads.
If they could do that, that'd be...
Oh, that's child's play.
I'm back.
Oh, thanks for the follow.
I think the update Sorry, this is off topic, but I think the update to the font actually was to make the font work with dark mode.
That would make sense.
Because it's working a lot better now, yeah.
What would today be in my week?
It would be a Friday.
All right, so I'll have to go pick it up over the weekend. Okay.
Well, thanks for doing business with us anytime.
I get
Now,
her.
shoot, so we can get to work.
I guess I'll just wander around. I don't know where else I'm gonna go
Okay.
until I'm needed there.
All right. Who is my next victim?
You just stuck on that accent now? Is that what's going
No,
on?
I'll turn it off. It's terrible, I know.
I find it very enjoyable, very entertaining.
So who wants to do their week next?
I think the only one here is multi.
Yeah. So, okay. So just for the purposes of stream, obviously we know what Darus did, because we just did his, but and what we know what Orpheus did, but what did Runeth do?
Rune getting
Animal
acquainted
stuff.
animal handling.
Yeah. I just
Understandable.
trained in animal handling and, attended to the animals that I have.
And I assume that that Leon's not here.
Not yet, no.
Understandable.
He
has
You'll probably be here later, but don't know when.
he has a
I'll
good
do it
excuse.
He has a very good
He has a very good excuse. I don't blame him for not being here. As for the Lokiar is going to do, Lokiar is going to be drawing up some designs for a new suit, something heavier, something a bit more visible than what he has now. He's being very realistic in his drawings. It looks kind of scuffed. Looks very scuffed.
Okay.
But yeah, that being said, he's also going to occasionally be making other things, like he'll be making little gauntlets. More of his little warplate gauntlets, not warplate, but his little, his level 1 feature thing, and he's going to be selling some of those.
Okay, roll a tinker check for that.
Intelligence, I assume.
That works. Okay, you are successful. I can't remember what your gauntlets do. Remind me real quick.
Number 1. So the gauntlets themselves at base can do one of 3 things. They can make you proficient in all martial weapons, which is probably what he's going to be selling them as. He's going to be selling them as weapon proficiency gauntlets. As whenever you have a pair of them on, you're proficient in.
Now, is this a permanent enchantment or is this?
Yes, it's a permanent.
Okay, you can get. I want you to roll me either a persuasion, a performance, or a deception check for these gauntlets to talk someone into buying them.
Can I ask Runeth to help me out with that?
You may.
Runeth, I have a request. Could I convince you possibly to help me sell something real quick?
Sure.
Thank you. All right, let's go. Oh,
What am I selling?
these, and he holds up another pair of the little gauntlets, an extra copy.
I don't know what those are.
These essentially they make you proficient in all martial weapons. They're very, very useful. I call them martial proficiency gloves, or that's a stupid name. Let's go with handyman hands. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Who am I to question?
Okay, make
Yeah,
that
that name's a
roll.
little.
I should really question it, but I'm not. I'm not. I should, but I'm not.
Rune rolled for me.
Oh, Rune rolled for you. Oh, 21. Okay. Roll me a d100. Let's see how much you can get for them.
Keep in mind, they would be selling for very more expensive prices. You know, he needs to spend.
I know what you're.
Well,
Am I rolling the D100 or are you, Multi?
I'll roll the.
I mean, this is your stuff, so
That's some
maybe I should
low
have rolled
ass
the
rolls.
D100. Let's see what I would have rolled. Not amazing, but it would have been better. Anyway, 14.
Okay. Okay, you are able to get somebody who's willing to pay you 390 for them.
Let me see if that's a loss. No, it's not. It's not a loss at all. You said 319?
390.
390. So total profit of 365.
Yeah, it's a minor magical item. What is it? Uncommon. So, usually uncommons are usually 500 from a shop, 250 to make. So I just added the extra he was willing to pay for
Makes sense.
said item. All right. So if that's everybody, we shall begin. A week has passed. The rumor mill is flying about some sort of a disagreement between Hitman and Aloe, the speaker for playing. The city is a little tense. It's almost like everybody is waiting for the trouble to break. And morning rolls in. If you haven't done your full rest, go ahead and mark that down.
Yeah, I have everything.
And you guys are up and moving. When Rock, he goes around and tells you all that he needs you to meet him in the conference room.
I'm available for the conference room.
As am I.
Which day is
That's
this?
fine.
This would be Monday.
Oh, I'm going to get my weapon.
Okay. Before you go, he's going to grab you and say, "Hey, get in here." He says, "Guys, I just want you to know that there has been, I don't even know how to say this. There is a ruckus down in the town hall. They found a body there.
Oh,
Wasn't me.
You may want to go check that out. I think it involves you guys.
wait, what? Okay.
You remember that lady you had in here last week? I got a look at the body, and the body seemed a little familiar, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
It seems they were not her friends.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm going to get back to man in the reception desk. No letters so far today, but if anything comes in, of course, I'll pass it on to you guys.
Thank you, Rock. You've been a great help so far, and we're glad to have you on the team.
Hey, anything for someone who will set me free.
Fair enough.
And he rolls on out to the reception desk.
Well, I think we know what we need to do.
Yeah, I think we should probably go investigate that person who just got murdered.
Probably.
Hey guys.
Hey!
Hey!
You're not dead!
For now.
Unless it's a ghost.
I don't think my internet is strong enough to load Roll20, so I'm just gonna be here in spirit. Ooh.
Okay, if you have to make any rolls, I will. In fact, I'm going to go in and make it so that multi can roll for you. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Understandable.
Catch me up to speed, gentlemen.
Is the George
Oh, wait.
Foreman's along the way to
Oh yeah, it's on the
the
way.
town hall? Perfect. Okay.
Well, so tell me what happened. We had a week of downtime where we just did some things.
What would you do
I
during your
see.
week of
And we
downtime?
just got informed that that woman that tried to rob from Hitman is now dead. Her body has been
Yeah,
found in
it's
the streets.
really
So, yeah.
surprising that the actions that someone took could have led to someone's death.
Yep. Unfortunately, we don't know that, so we can't point that out.
Not in character, no, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying. To be fair, they probably would have killed her no matter what because she failed, but it definitely didn't help, you know.
No. So yeah, you can stop at the George Foreman's on your way there.
Nice.
So I'm assuming you're all going.
Yep. If they killed her, they've probably tortured her for information, which means they might know about us.
Theon, what the hell are you gonna do during your downtime, mister?
If it's okay. Yeah. Genuinely.
So I can't remember which thing I used for her, but just use your imagination. So I don't know why that just popped up there. That's weird.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna refresh my page real quick because that'll drive me nuts if it's just sitting there.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Also, I need access to Fido sheet as well.
Oh, 1 second.
Wouldn't new Fido be around?
Yeah,
now?
new Fido would be available, so I'll make it for new Fido.
Oh
New
yeah,
Fido 2.0.
new Fido would be the active one.
Yeah. Fido, as we call him.
Okay. So you guys wander into the square, which is obviously a lot busier than it looks on the page.
I mean, I hope there's a dead corpse somewhere.
Yeah. Somewhere.
All right, so you walk into the square, and there's like a huge group of people, and they're all kind of gathered around this point right here, but they're down off of the dais. And tied to that middle pillar is the corpse of the woman that you caught trying to steal from the hitman the week before. She looks like she's been through hell. There are small cuts everywhere. No single killing blow. Most likely she was basically bled out slowly over a number of days with shallow cuts to her body.
Dang, could have used all that blood for the blood pool.
It's nice to know the serial killer has announced himself in the group.
Wait, what? I didn't just say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's really clear somebody's trying to leave a message because this is the most public place in Upside. There's a few counselors from the local council around. One of them is up there with one of the guards who was trying to take the body down. Oh, what do you want to do?
Huh?
Hi. What are you doing, mister?
Oh, what? Are you talking to me?
No, I was talking to Multi.
Huh?
Kept hearing paper noises, I believe it was.
Oh,
I think that was coming from Chester.
No, that was me.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that was you?
That
Yeah.
wasn't coming from me. That was from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Was it both of you?
No, it was me. I was folding paper. So I can put it back in the bag.
I thought Dion said
Well-
he was doing it too just now.
The thing about a place this public is that someone's ought to seen something. A body doesn't just materialize, does it? So we should probably poke around a little.
I mean, nobody can materialize if it's a ghost.
To be fair, they definitely could just materialize it here.
Yeah, there is.
That
Teleportation magic, like,
that is kind of a
I feel
fair
like that's
point.
out of the question.
Seen weirder things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Alright, then at the very least, we should check for any residues of conjuration magic to see if they teleported.
You know,
It's
make
a-
a valid point. Though admittedly, if the dimension itself, if Nexus itself brought them in, I mean, it didn't obviously, she was already here, but, you know, I should just shut up now, shouldn't I?
Anyway, it's time to spread out and look for clues and watch as all of us die one by one. Bye!
Wait, a
I'm
date!
kidding.
Stop.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Could I... It's probably gonna smell terrible. Take a sniff of the body and see if I can smell from a direction it was maybe, I don't know, dragged or carted.
I assume there's probably guards around the corpse at this point. We'd have to get the permission to go up there first.
Oh, is it like all the way up there or something? Or is
Yeah, it's over the date.
Yeah, it's all the way up here. In the
Oh.
second area up there.
Yeah.
And there's people around here, so there's most likely some guards up there, so we'll probably have to try and get the permission to go up there.
I can get my sniffer. Might be able to find some.
So you guys are going to investigate?
Yep.
Attempt.
I believe
Okay.
so.
Roll an investigation check.
I shall give whoever's going to do that advantage.
I shall. I think. Both
I
a
think
day
you have
and a Lokiar have like +7, so we could both technically do it, so long as we both have somebody assisting us.
I was gonna say I don't have any
I can
One
give
of you
you
could just roll without
pluses,
advantage.
but I get
That is also true.
advantage just for smelling. So
True.
So you can also roll as well.
So-
Oh,
Everyone, I think my internet is just not strong enough at the moment. I'm living off of phone data and it is not working.
Yeah.
So you guys can puppeteer a day's corpse for the time being. I'll join in next week. I don't think it's gonna work here.
Okay. If you want, I can have a short summary written up for you and posted so you can know what happened.
I would appreciate, yeah, I'd appreciate that. I'll also come up with something to do during the week of downtime.
Yes, do that, and then I'll give you some bonuses for that if you do.
Alright. You guys have a
Awesome.
lovely session.
You too. Sorry
well-
that you're having issues.
I would have loved to join. It would have been a bright spot, but I'm not gonna go into depression just because I can't. After all, I'll have a nice, solid internet connection come Friday.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so 21, 15, and a 9. I'm guessing the 21 is because you did 2 rolls. So,
Yeah, it's because the one of us had advantage and the other one didn't.
okay. So, you get up there, and as you're looking around, you don't really see anything, like, other than the fact you can tell that this body was not murdered here, clearly. Initially, you don't see anything different. The guard kind of steps aside and is like, ooh, oi, what are you doing? The council member's like, yeah, what are you doing? Who are you guys?
We're holding an investigation. We are representatives from the Megagaki Corporation Incorporated, here to provide our assistance to this investigation. we were involved in the controversy regarding this woman previously.
Oh, okay. So you're working for yourselves, but you were working for the hitman.
Yeah. So that is correct. We were the ones that defended him from this specific woman's thievery.
All right. Well, the councilman kind of looks at the guard and he just kind of puts his finger to his mouth, like, shh. All right. So you guys can do your investigation, but if you find anything out, you need to alert the council.
Of course.
You can use me as your contact. My name is Ranchero. I will put that in chat.
All right.
We really should get like an emblem
Or like a
pin
business card
with MCI and then like the
No,
actual
it should
name
just
like
be
on
a
the border.
big M. Just
Just
a
a
big
big
M.
it should
Nothing else.
just be a big
Just
M.
an M.
What if it's a big M with then like a C and an I like under the arches of the M?
Or not even under the arches.
No,
What if
I
like
want it to just be a big M.
How about a big M on a platinum coin?
He steps out of the way, and as you continue kind of poking around, one of you reaches into the clothing, and you find a letter that's addressed to a Lokiar.
We didn't do nothing to nobody, so it's fine.
The Lokiar's
You should be able to see now.
Oh. Lokiar opens that?
I would assume so. Upon seeing his name on it, he's going to pull it out and slip it open. Oh no. Oh goodness. Of course they're involved in this. And he's just gonna hold his hand up to his head and pinch the bridge of his nose.
What's the letter say?
Just take a look at it.
Okay. Where's the letter?
Take a look at it.
Would you like me to make it so they can see it?
Actually, I'll just read it out to them. You need to find a better way to occupy your time, Lokiar. You have angered someone we cannot control. Sincerely, your parents.
Well, these are some crappy parents.
I should really give them a name, shouldn't I?
You really should.
I'm gonna send you that.
I thought about putting constantly disappointed by your parents, but I felt like that might be going too far.
No, I thought that would have been. I think that would have been perfect.
I feel like they would have actually signed it with their real names.
Eternally disappointed, your parents.
But yeah, no. Let me come up with some names for them real quick. I'll get back to you guys in just a second.
Okay.
So we need to kill his parents?
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
No, goodness! Please do
I
not.
don't think that's what that means.
I think this was like she was meant to deliver before she got caught up in something. Or maybe his parents. I don't know.
Well, if you want, you can investigate the letter.
Let us do that.
We would like to.
We should investigate that letter.
I shall give you advantage, Loki, because this is your letter. You would know more about them than anyone else.
Do we have a paladin, or are you just a cleric?
I am a cleric.
Do you have... I'll ask if it comes up. Never mind.
You talking about like speak with dead or?
No, I'll talk about it if it comes up.
Oh.
I just have a feeling about something,
Okay.
Okay, make that roll.
Oh yeah, is there like a scent to the letter? It's like a perfume or something.
Make that investigation check, and I will tell you if there's a scent.
I feel like I should just be able to tell if okay, yeah, I can definitely tell.
All right, so with a 21, I will give you both scent and sight of the letter. There is a single blood red fingerprint on the corner of the red letter, and you pick up the coppery scent of blood.
Oh, it's just a bloody fingerprint. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like an actual fingerprint
Yeah.
on the envelope.
On the envelope.
Hmm.
You can deduce from that fingerprint that most likely the letter was not in the possession of the elf until after her death.
How wild would it be that I could, I don't know, sniff the air to see if I can smell more blood in the area? Because
Oh, you can smell plenty of blood in the area.
well, I mean, other than the dead body.
It would be difficult, but you can try.
Can try.
Perception check.
Perception. I'm a little better at those. A lot better.
All right.
A lot better.
So you sniffing around with your fabulous trunk.
My big schnoz.
Your schnoz. The scent of the corpse's blood actually does carry a little ways from the corpse. So I am going to make a little trail to show you where that blood leads.
It's like the Witcher sense at this point.
Alright. I should also specify it was actually signed Graf and Stavi Volin.
Stubby.
Graf and Stavi.
Multi, did you see my DM?
Uh,
I'm calling it, man. Don't say anything about it, just know I'm calling it.
I don't even know what that
Alright.
means.
You don't know what that means? Alright, I have to inform you then.
Thank you.
Now, okay, so is the body up here? Is that where the?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna follow the trail. Like I'm gonna, I can smell where the lady came from. Just give me a moment here, and I'll tootle on over.
Are you gonna say anything to the rest of us, or are you just going on your own?
That's what that's what I was saying. I was saying that to the party.
Alright,
Guess we'll follow.
I'll follow.
Follow the elephant.
Okay. Big man. Let me move you. Okay, the square where you were having this this informative moment.
Mm.
Sorry, I gotta look at my own map. It would probably be right out here in front of Alabaster Keep. So on that street. Not actually in the keep, but just that kind of that square area in front of it.
Okay.
All right. The trail, it kind of leads from there in that direction.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll me another perception check. Let's see how far you can get.
Come on, sniffer. Not bad.
Okay, not bad. It's getting a little harder to smell. You get down to about here, and the trail suddenly
Jeez.
veers this way. Go ahead and make another roll to see if you can follow it.
The rest of the party just sees Darus with his trunk up, doing little sniffs.
moving like a dog.
Yeah, pretty much. Little bloodhound.
Okay. You get to about here, and the trail starts to kind of peter out. So from here on, your rolls are going to have to be higher in order to catch it. So go ahead and roll another perception check.
Okay, and I don't know if anyone else wants to like look for maybe like blood on the ground or
I
walls or
guess
something.
yeah, some of us could do that. Would that be
Yeah.
perception or investigation?
Investigation or perception, either one is acceptable.
Alright, I shall give Loki advantage on that.
My sniffer. No.
Okay, yeah, you've lost the trail. It would have had to have been at least an 18 that time.
Oh god.
Sure, I'll roll.
No,
Oh,
let's have out of the
oh,
way. Who knows? Maybe.
You
maybe.
did you mean perception check? I can make a perception check if needed.
Yeah, you can make a perception if you prefer.
You could make either. So I think that still is a fail.
Yeah, the only difference is the type of evidence you're going to pull up, whether it's blood or whether it's something else.
Understandable. Maybe
Yep.
we should have
Here's lost it.
have Fido take a snuff.
Full a day also.
True.
I think we could throw you investigation, things like that, though.
You're able to confirm the trail up until the park there, Loki.
Hey yo,
Mostly
Fido.
because of Drugus' sniffer. But you do see a little bit of blood on in the direction, so it kind of confirms it.
And then as for Day,
What is
her
the
investigation? A Day is on the trail, man.
Okay, so a day, she confirms that the trail's there, but the evidence she finds isn't a piece of blood. She finds close to the beginning of you guys searching, she finds a shred of cloth that seems to have been wedged in one of the pillars on the platform. And it looks like it's fresh, and it's got a little bit of blood on it, so it kind of matches up with the stuff. And it's clearly not from the woman's clothing; it's somebody else's clothing. The fabric itself is a very expensive fabric, the kind of thing you would never see an underside, unless it was like a rag. There are very few places that sell that level of clothing, and all of them are on upside. So there's probably 5 or 6 different shops that would be capable of affording and making items from that.
Oh goodness, my parents are behind this, aren't they?
Might be.
But it's like a
They're certainly involved. We know that.
like a fragment of a bigger
Yeah.
piece.
It's a fragment of somebody else's clothing. So it's big enough for you to tell the quality of it, but it's kind of like almost not even enough to be a swatch, you know? Just maybe like a quarter-sized piece of fabric. It got caught on something and snagged, and they just didn't notice. Or did
Goodness. If they got Orlando caught up in this, I swear to I will beat the out of them. Anyway.
I mean, I might be able to do something with that.
Oh. Oh, yes, here. And he hands it to Drus.
I'm gonna look at it. Sniff it a little bit. And cast locate object?
Go for it. What's the range on locate object?
Does it have a range?
It does.
It
Within
does.
1,000 feet of you, however, he can hold concentration and move around with it.
Yes, he can.
Effectively, it's like an aura.
So yeah, as you continue, which direction are you going to go with this?
Can I say something? City
What?
secrets would allow us to move through the city is twice as fast, so we should be able to cover this pretty quickly.
Yeah, you'll be able to cover quite a bit of ground. So show me which direction you're going to go with your searching.
Which direction was the trail going when we lost it?
Kind of like going this way to like over here, so.
Then we should still follow that way, because the chances that they did like whoop and then double back or some shit are just so low.
Maybe
Mine's-
go like
Go
this way.
from here to here, and then for some reason go here. It's so low. So our best chances probably go through like here.
So Orpheus, show me which direction. Show me.
Oh, the direction I said, this way.
So,
Okay.
wait, real quick. Where is the Volin family manor?
You never picked a spot, so
Probably.
No.
I know where it is now, and you don't get to pick because you waited. So.
All right,
Perfect.
then where is it?
It's actually up here.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna put it. I was either over here or over by the Stonebarrow College.
Okay. So.
I think you should put it here.
No!
You're actually not too far from our shop in that case. Jesus.
You're
So
not.
you're moving through,
Mhm.
and eventually you do get a peek. The item you're looking for is actually located in here.
In here?
Yeah, the bigger box.
It's probably a warehouse. Following motifs, you know.
Huh. What is the? If we go up to the building, what is it?
So it is an inn. A pretty nice inn, like the kind that the visitors would probably be paying up to 5 gold a night to stay in. Has like a swimming pool, maybe a hot tub, people there to massage. Like it's a full-on freaking spa. compared to most
Five-star
inns.
hotel.
Yeah, this is not the kind of place you would find just anywhere. It is called the Golden Swan. Lokiar, you have been there before.
Understandable.
Back in the day, before your parents decided you were a complete waste of space,
Yeah, that makes sense.
they used to take you to do business deals occasionally, and this is one of their favorite places to do business.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
Yeah, they probably wanted to pick up some political savvy like his brother did, but Hilokia does not have a mind for it.
Yeah, they noticed you weren't paying attention and you weren't really doing much other than making them look bad, so eventually they quit taking you.
Yeah.
You disappointment, you.
The excuse of he's just young and inexperienced stopped working when he was like 14 or 15.
It didn't help that every time you went with them, you crossed your arms and acted like you were annoyed that you pulled away from your projects, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, more so that he just entirely lacked passion, and he would say things without thinking, and would occasionally offend some nobles, which resulted in, his parents' favor decreasing and.
Sorry, I had to share some new canon to it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yep, that makes sense.
Anyways, so what would you guys like to do outside the Golden Swan?
This place looks a little rich for our blood.
I'm in physical pain.
Well, we got a ping from the inside, so I think Mr. Cleric and maybe someone else, not me, should go inside and see what that ping is.
I mean, you're too big to
Yo.
fit in there, obviously. Yeah, that makes sense.
They
So, who's gonna
don't
go
know
in?
me here either, so.
I don't think you have to pay to get in. Just sleep there.
They probably want. It'd probably be more less suspicious if we pay, though.
As you're standing there talking in the street, a very large man comes out the front door and just starts to watch you. He's got a big sword and a pair of sunglasses on, and is wearing a very nice suit.
Getting the ping from him.
No, you are not getting the ping from him.
Okay.
I think in this case we should probably hurry up before he decides to move the ruffians.
I believe
think-
we're loitering in the street right now.
I think if anyone's gonna go in, it's obviously Dodos. And that's how you say that name. What about you, Loki? Should me or you go in there?
I'm getting some bad memories walking into this place. Where's the ping coming from?
Inside.
Well, of course it is. Okay. Do we have any disguises? We don't have any disguises. Why would we have disguises?
I think they'll let Jerusalem. I think they'll let Jerusalem. He looks fancy and frizzly. They might think he has a lot of money. Maybe I can pretend to be a servant.
You could probably get away with being a servant. Yeah, they do hire a
I'll
lot
let
of
Jerusalem do all the
young blood
talking. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll just be a servant.
Oh man.
I'll keep my mouth shut. Keep my head down.
Yeah,
we
if
need
I
to go there soon though, because he's
yeah,
that guy's eyeing us up really badly.
if I go in, I'm gonna be recognized. Same thing with Runeth. I don't know about Runeth being recognized, but he sticks out. That's for certain. Here, Orpheus, Druce, you head in. I don't think a day can keep her composure long enough to be in there, and yeah, you two are by far the best. Orpheus, you know what, Druce, welcome to Megagaki. Now let's get your job done. Orpheus, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Will do.
Thank you.
I'll
All
just-
right.
Act 70. Keep my head down. Won't say a word. Let him do all the talking.
Good. Although feel free to cut in if he's being dumb. Anyway, that being said, yeah, go on in. Here, actually, wait. Are there any nearby tailor shops?
There's at least one on this street.
I mean, to be
Well,
fair,
only lasts 10 minutes.
this is the head market.
Yeah.
That's true.
The peasant doesn't need good clothes.
That
you
is
make a
true.
valid point.
I am a servant. I don't need good clothes. I just need to look servanty, and I do. I might be young, but I'm still a servant.
You see as Loki like goes down, like leans down to you, like looks at your clothing, like straightens some of it out, like tucks your shirt in, takes your little scarf, wraps it around a different. Oh, it's not a scarf, is it?
It's kind of like a scarf.
Essentially takes what would be a scarf and ties it around like a little bow tie. That's you can tell it's a little bit more practice because Alokiar always had to do his own clothing because his parents didn't spare the time to make him. They made him get dressed up, but they didn't give anyone help him out with it. So, he swoops your hair around in like a fancy way, like even like spits into his hand and uses that to like get the hair to stick. Okay, and he pats you on the head. You're good. Go.
Turd.
That was meant to be true, but I fat fingered it.
Turd.
Alright, so,
Turd.
so
Your
tell, me,
turd.
tell me how you guys do this. Like, how do you go in?
I will.
Well,
Doors will be
I'll
in
start
sight, I'll be-
walking away, by the way, when they start going, and I'll walk away, because, we should be loitering out here.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
walk
no.
away.
I feel like we were probably hiding in like an alleyway if we could have, like in
I
this,
don't-
like between
Honestly,
these two buildings up
you
here.
could probably have come off as like servants who were just sent to go do something else.
Are you guys coming in, or are you just gonna stand out there in the street?
I was talking with my servants. I'm sorry. I gotta do errands.
There's a backyard for that, you know.
I feel like
Can't
we've-
afford to have riffraffs loitering out in front. I know they're your servants, but servants belong in the servants' quarters.
I feel like we probably wouldn't have been doing that in view of the front.
Well, to be fair, we didn't realize he will be in watch until he came out, so it would have looked
Yeah.
suspicious if we disappeared and then came back just the two of us.
You good sir, you look like you belong here. Is this your body servant?
Yes, this is the second in command, basically.
Are
Don't
you,
call him that!
Are you planning on staying, or are you just here for the beer?
Just here for the beer.
Come on in. Common room's over here. You can send your body servant to the kitchen. They'll set him up with a snack and maybe a glass of water or something. Occasionally they have juice back there if he can rub the kitchen ladies the right way. They'll share.
Don't.
That didn't
Thank
come
you.
out right. I'm sorry.
No, that
Yeah.
really did not.
I'm from underside. I struggle sometimes.
It's all right. I'll nod and then walk in. And which way is the ping taking me?
The ping is taking you towards the kitchen.
Towards the kitchen. I better see you to the kitchen, Orpheus. Make sure you find your way.
Elphys will nod his head.
The guy that brought you in, he's already back out front.
Okay. Start heading towards the kitchen.
Oh my lord! You come to inspect the kitchen before we bring you something?
I'm sorry, I'll be right back. My dog wants to go out.
Okay.
My dog wants out. Is there something we can get you? Are you unhappy with your accoutrement?
I'm gonna do a quick scan of the room while they're talking to me. Where's the ping?
There is a set of stairs towards the back. You get the feeling that the ping is coming from underneath your feet.
Interesting. I just wanted to be sure that my servant found his way here all right.
Oh yes. Oh, what a cute little boy you've got there. He's adorable. I think we can find him something to keep him satisfied while he's waiting for you. No, basically point to a chair and say, "Oh, you can put your feet up there. Just stay out of the way." Sir, you need to leave. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's much more important things for you to be doing than taking up space in our kitchen.
Was that a fat joke?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh, he can. Oh, okay. So I feel like before they would have gone in, Elokiar would have told you to play up the importance of yourself. If anyone questions your authority, you question their authority. You go to the top. You take your entitlement and you just.
I mean, I said,
full
is that a
rip it.
fat joke out loud, so.
Good man.
And she's like, "Oh, sir, no, we would never make fun of your weight."
Kind of squint at them. Who is your
Just-
master? In case.
Let me speak to your manager.
Oh, you want to
Good
speak
man.
to the boss?
Good man.
The boss is right out front. He's the guy who brought you in.
Ah, that gentleman.
Yeah, he's the maitre d' / bouncer.
Good to know. What was your name?
Oh, it's just good old Polly. Good old Polly the cook. I'm a head cook.
That feels like a false name.
Good old Polly the cook.
You want an apple tart? I'll give you an apple tart. Just don't tell the boss.
Do you have any cookies?
Do we have cookies? What kind do you like? We got peanut butter. We got chocolate chip. We got.
Peanut butter.
Oh,
Peanut butter.
she goes over and grabs 2 peanut butter cookies. And on second thought, she grabs a third one and wraps it in a paper towel. She says, "Here, have another one for later."
I'll take it, nod, and then walk out and try and think what the fuck I'm gonna do now.
I'm back.
Okay, you are officially ensconced in the kitchen. They have brought you a tart.
Before he sat down as well, I would have liked to try and like signal him, maybe with like my trunk towards the stairs.
You could probably just whisper in my ear. Like, that wouldn't be too weird. I am technically your servant, so it's
Yeah,
probably
I guess that's true. Before I leave, I'll whisper that I got the ping from like beneath us, those stairs.
I'll try and see if I can't sneak down there.
Just be careful. I don't have a way to contact anyone.
It's fine. I shouldn't be able to sneak out if worst comes to case.
Okay. I'll be at the bar.
Alright.
And I go to the bar and eat a cookie.
Okay, as soon as Darus leaves, the ladies are over there and they're just fawning over you because they think you're a child. Like,
Oh, no.
what a sweet boy. I can't believe that somebody would actually hire a child to be the body servant. Would you like a tart?
I would believe that because this is a very medieval society.
And he's a priest, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, oh no.
Wait a minute. Orpheus.
Wait a
show us
second.
on the doll where he touched
Listen.
you.
It took all of you so long to get that.
I
Wow.
wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole, okay?
Wow.
Fuck
No, I
you.
know that.
Yeah, he touched you.
This went a bad place.
You are a hairless
Really?
monkey. Don't even.
So they give you a tart, they give you some juice, and then eventually the novelty of having you there kind of fades enough for them to go back to work, and they just kind of ignore you while they do their job. Um, so tell me, how are you going to get down those stairs without being noticed?
How many people are in the room?
There are about 6 cooks. There's the head cook, and then she's got 5 undercooks that are all like chopping and making dough and like stirring shit and the stuff people do in a kitchen.
I'm going to try and talk to maybe the head chef and ask, is there anything I can do to help? Maybe help you carry up groceries?
Oh,
Food supply?
you would be willing to do that for us?
I mean, yeah, it let me do something instead of, sit there and be useless.
We're almost out of flour. If you could go downstairs and get us some flour, we would appreciate that so very much. My accent is all over the place.
Will do! And as he says, I'm going to start making my way down the stairs.
Making your way.
Make my way.
Okay, when you get down there, make an investigation or a perception check to see if you can figure out where the item in question
23.
is. Oh, very good. So you find there is a large laundry basket. And fortunately for you, poking out of that laundry basket is a piece of material that looks suspiciously like the one that you guys found at the town square. It is freshly laundered, but you can tell that there are still like stains, blood stains, that they just were not able to get out for one reason or another on this robe. It's a very nice robe. It's got a fur collar and a silk lining that matches the material that you have, and there's a hole at the side of the silk lining where it was caught on something, and that's where your piece of fabric came from.
Any items, maybe like identification I could use, like a symbol?
With a 23, you kind of turn out the pockets. There's no money in there because they were smart enough to pull the money out. But you find a document. It's a deal. It's basically authorizing this person to withdraw money from one of the banks in town, providing that he finishes the job that he has promised to do.
Does it say who the people were? Like the person offering the job and the person taking the job?
Okay, the person who took the job, his name is Alric, and that's all it has for his name. The person sending him on the job isn't really a person, it's a group. It is called the Ravens Crest, and basically, roll a history check.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Oh,
you
no.
don't know who that is, but you can share that information with your friends.
Maybe
So,
one of them will know who that is.
as far as Alric goes, you've heard the name before in circles in the underside. That this person is somebody that you hire if you want something done and you don't want anyone to know about it.
He's a hitman, but
not
not in the
very good at
charitable
his job,
sense.
apparently.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy you hire to kill people. He's also the kind of guy that you hire to do jobs that you don't want witnesses for. So we're talking a bad man.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that document is back where I found it. I don't want to get caught with that. I will then go grab the flower and take it upstairs.
When you get up there, they're like, "Oh, what a dear you are! You just sit right there. Anything you want in the kitchen as far as food, you just let us know. We'll bring it over to you. You're such a dear. Honestly, wish we could keep you."
Oh no, I'm gonna be kidnapped.
For the high enough price, maybe I consider it.
No!
High enough price, I'm willing to sell a child.
By the
Who is your
time
boss?
by the time DeRoos comes back to pick you up, you have been stuffed with as many cookies and cakes as you want to eat, or a meal, like whatever you want to have. They have just been like throwing the red carpet down for you. They think you are the most adorable little kid they have ever seen.
Dorcas is in so much pain. He can't eat another cookie.
When you go to leave, one of the ladies grabs like another napkin and she just piles it high with like cookies and treats, and she just wraps it up and hands it to you and says, "For the road, enjoy, you are such a dear."
Well, thank you.
Oh no,
I will-
thank you.
I'll follow
Right.
the roost out. Goodbye.
Let's go, Shorty.
That was hell. Oh my god. So many cupcakes. So many tots.
Doesn't sound so bad. The cookies I had were pretty good.
It was fine at first. Then it just kept coming and coming and coming.
Let's go see if we can find the other.
There. And you see as Elokiar puts down a box that he's carrying, because we can say that while they were doing that, Elokiar and Rune kind of offered their services to help somebody carry some boxes around, like helping some shipment people, busboys essentially.
Wouldn't the gods see you come in and then remember that that you were technically the elephant servants?
They not for the not for
Why
the
the fuck we would do that?
Yeah, there's no real reason.
so that we could stay.
I don't
We
think
could
we
just have, we could just, I don't know, meet back somewhere.
Yeah, that
You
is.
That is
No real
true.
reason for you to go in there and risk yourselves.
Again, not for the Golden Swan, for one of the other shops. Because
I
there's
don't think we. I think we should just meet back at Megagarchy. I don't see a reason to.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is the
because I will. Yeah. Because this
Plus,
whole
Orpheus
area
needs
here
to
is
work
a
off
shopping
those
area.
carbs.
This
By
whole
the way,
area is a shopping
Orpheus,
center.
roll me a Constitution check.
Oh, no.
Okay, you are bloated and uncomfortable, but you manage to keep all of that sugar down. The sugar high that's going to hit you in about 2 hours is going to be amazing, and also like the sugar low you have afterwards is probably going to lay you out.
No. Well, I guess we'd all meet back up at the fucking HQ.
Yeah.
Alright, I found out 2 things. The person who killed that woman is called Elric. And the group that hired him is called the Ravens Crest.
That's not what it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
No, wasn't it Ravenloft?
No,
it was
this
Ravens
is
Crest.
a different group.
Oh, this is? I see. Fair enough.
I don't know anything. I know that the Elric is an assassin that you hired to kill people. Don't know anything about that group. Has anyone had dealings here with them?
Does a Lokiar know who that group is?
You've heard rumors.
Have I
No.
heard
Ravens-
anything in the past month
Okay,
of them?
go ahead and roll.
Well, no, I have keen mind, so if I've heard it,
Yeah, you would remember.
I would remember.
So, we'll start with the elephant never forgets. You have heard on the street rumors of a secret council that is trying to wrest some power. Rumor has it it's made up of people who are already in some of the ruling groups in the city. But this group in particular has chosen to remain anonymous and has been responsible for a few missing people, or at least people are thinking that they're responsible for a few missing people. Alokiar, you know that at least on one occasion your parents were involved with this group. They have contacts in the group. You don't know whether the contacts are working for them or if they are working for the contact. But you overheard a discussion in passing when you were still regularly living at home about some business involving your parents selling them some items under the table that they had smuggled in. But that's pretty much where your information, other than what Darus already knows, would be.
Makes sense. Also, Runeth gained 7 gold. I forgot.
I already did.
Oh, you already did? Fair enough.
Yeah, I was smart.
So they're the Illuminati, is what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
Well, at least we know who did the job then. Maybe we should hunt for the assassin. Maybe give us a link to them, a contact.
Oh goodness! I mean, if his laundry was in that establishment, that's probably where he's staying. Oh lord.
That
Also,
makes sense.
Question is, would Orpheus at this point have undone his little fancy disguise? I assume.
Oh yeah, Orpheus has gone back to his regular ass look.
He probably did that on the walk home.
Good. Because if he didn't, Elokia was going to look at you and just kind of, and would have gone over and tried to fix your outfit back to the way it was before, because he... Bad memories. Anyway, yeah. Also, yeah. So you all kind of know... All of you as players know Elokiar's kind of background, but I imagine this is the first time that you ever would have really heard about his family, in character.
Yeah, this will probably be because I don't think any of us were there when you met your brother.
No, I think the only one that might have seen probably would have been Orpheus, but that was.
Well, you did literally talk to someone about it. You're like, oh, my brother's here. I think it was Orpheus you talked to also. You did literally talk to someone about it.
That is true.
So,
I think
I
it was
think
I do
it was
Orpheus.
think they know.
Not really talking about more like saying, hey, his brother was here. Just that. It wasn't really much information to go on.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't, but he's heard about your family so far then.
He's heard of interactions with my family. Orpheus is the only one that can associate his family with being super fancy, though. Like, for
I
all...
disagree.
You remember we all saw the letter, so we can all kind of guess.
Isn't it weird how someone's been working with you because of your family or something, and so they probably know?
I mean,
That'd be
obviously, Runeth knows. Like, that's basic. I mean, no one else besides Runeth, and now kind of
You
Orpheus.
showed the letter to the entire group, though, is the thing.
Yes,
And
but
that
the
kind
letter
of gives us a hint.
the
he might be
letter-
from a fancy family.
only implies that his family had involvement with the little murder. For all they know, his family could be like Ravenloft people.
Yeah, but you don't get to be a hired hitman or be associated with them and then not be rich in some
Wait.
way.
I'm saying this again. I know where we can go next.
Oh? Where?
He looks at Iloki. You know where Alric got the letter that he put on the body?
I don't want to visit my parents. Oh.
I feel like this is the next step.
From that road, Orpheus will pat Loki on the back. It's okay. It's fine. I'm sure this won't go horribly wrong.
He just kind of slams his forehead on the table a couple of times.
I mean, am I wrong? It's
No,
gonna tell
and
me
that's
I'm
the
wrong.
problem. Fine.
I feel like we've known that your family is evil or at least bad people for a while.
We've already known that my parents have been horrible people. That's obvious.
I don't see how this is surprising or...
Yes, but now it
devastating.
means that I have to confront them about it.
As opposed
I
to what?
mean,
Say
we don't
nothing
need to
about it?
confront them directly. We could always just investigate their manner and see if we can't
Well,
find any information.
I used to think that they were just morally bad people, but now they're legally bad people too.
I believe disowning your child because they don't do exactly what you want is a little legally bad too.
Well, the thing is that they didn't disown me. They just like I'm still in their retinue. They pretend that I'm off on some otherworldly learning experience. They actually just pay me to go live in Undersign. Goodness.
So, you guys want to go visit his parents?
Okay, fine.
Well,
But I have a costume I have to wear. I have to go down to Underside to pick it up. I left it down there.
alright. I guess we'll stop by Underside and go pick that up then.
I'm gonna pat Loki on his head, like a little, like, naked mole rat kind of pat.
But
It's
yeah.
like, sorry, I, mentioned that, and I'll give you Vigilant Blessing.
Thank you.
Aw.
But, it's what we have to do.
You have advantage on your next
Initiative roll. Yeah, I'm aware. I know what it does.
No,
Okay, so you said you needed to go to Underside for something?
Yeah, so I've kind of for this anytime that he comes home at all, he needs to act like he's just coming back from one of the portals or something. Because, I imagine he's had to come home a couple different times for like different events that they would have that are a little too high class for all their kids and their family not to show up. So they invite him back every once in a while, but they make him put on this act in order while he's doing it to pretend like he's been off visiting some other plane, which is why nobody's seen him in a couple months. So that they can not have him in the house and not have him in political stuff, but they can have a reason to save face. Because disowning your child looks really bad. It does look really bad. So they wanted to disown him without actually legally disowning him.
Okay.
So he has to go get all dressed up and in these foreign-looking clothing.
Okay, do me a favor. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Is this the group as a whole or just him?
Anybody who wants to.
Alright.
Would it be something I could smell?
It would be
It-
something you could smell.
Okay.
Alright, I'm not great at perception. Well, actually, let me double check something.
Okay, I'm gonna move you guys real quick.
Hold on. My perception? Give it a yeah, baby! 7!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you notice as you're wandering through Underside, now that Alokiar is a little better dressed, there
Oh,
are
he wouldn't have changed it. He just had to go pick it up. He changed when
Yeah.
they're actually up and upper side, closer to the building.
either way, you're getting followed.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm gonna move you. Okay,
Damn.
so random battle map. Go ahead and place yourselves over here.
Over. Oh, okay.
This is a very narrow street for the two big boys.
That it is. It's also Underside. So there's one guy behind you. These guys all seem to be giving you the eyeball. Couple on the roof. And a couple in the street in front of you.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
Excuse us.
Look what we got here, boys!
Oh, they're gonna cause trouble.
Looks like a bunch of upsiders coming down here to mosey around with the rest of us.
Well,
yes, because I obviously
technically,
look
I
like I'm from
started
the
down
upside.
here. but-
I need a history check specifically from a day.
From who?
A day.
Okay, let me slap them on there. Boop.
There was a dog.
A day knows the guy who is talking. He's like, oh, look, it's a day. Junkyard Queen now thinks she's super too good for us. Now that she's got a place up above.
Knowing a
Actually
day.
been living down here, actually. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
she has been living down here.
They know about the office, though.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
was down here for at least 3 or 4 months now.
Oh, well, that
I,
history
I
check.
think we
I
all
also
know that.
look like I live down here, period.
Same. I have the parcel, but it's in like brown packaging. It looks like
Probably
really...
still lived down here for 8 years, but he has been gone for 4 years. He probably wouldn't know this gang.
Okay, DeBruce,
To be fair, they still
These-
know about it, so.
these are some street thugs. They are from... I gotta open a page. 1 second. Because I am the worst GM ever. And I didn't have my cheat sheet open yet. So these guys are thugs from the Crimson Dragons.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Oh.
Are those guys on the roof?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
You know that the Crimson Dragons are a gang. And they really don't care that you're from upside. They just like to rough people up and take their money. You just happen to have walked through their territory on your way back.
Alright, I'm gonna... Who's the main guy talking here? That guy. Alright, I'm gonna fully, stance up as Rune can. Being like 3 times his height, look down at him, in an intimidating way, and say,
Sir, we don't want to cause any trouble.
You can pay a fee. Call it a street rental.
Would your lives suffice?
And Loki, I was gonna
5 gold
he. Oh,
a piece.
How
Oh.
much gold apiece?
5.
Yeah, I'm kind of
look
saving up for
around.
something, so...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Runeth can count to 7.
We'll take 35 gold, sure.
He holds his hand out and says, "Pay me."
I'm not blind, but I don't see 35 gold in your hand.
I believe you misheard him. He said he'll take 35 gold.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
he
mean,
meant
you said
blind,
five. You said 5 gold a person. I assume you're talking about for your lives.
And Alokia is going to use his action to bulk up.
Can I make an intimidation check?
You may make an intimidation check. Let's see if he's offended or scared.
And can Alokia give him advantage? I cannot. I don't.
I already have advantage.
Oh, fair enough.
Alright, I gotta roll for him. He looks at you and he just, you're funny, dude. No. No, you pay me 35 gold, and I'll let you through.
Well, if you want to do it this way,
Runeth takes a deep breath in, and I'm gonna activate Frost Rune. So before anything happens, Runeth, one of Runeth's shields glows on the inside as he's suddenly encumbered by frost.
That's cool.
As I'm now under the effects of the Frost Rune.
Okay, everybody roll.
I don't act very fast.
Neither do I, apparently.
Man, I would have gone last. Except for... I would have gone second to last, except for the fact that I had advantage, so I go first! Woo!
There you go.
Thank you, Darus.
Yeah.
Go for
You've
it.
broken my curse.
Don't you roll for a day as well?
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should do that. If you're gonna have her fight, that is.
A day is going first.
Okay, what is a day gonna do?
She would probably control Fido and have him oof. How many times can I do that? Probably only once, because it's an action. Fido's gonna turn to this guy behind him and
Okay.
use Cerberus Mauling.
Okay.
Oh, that's probably not gonna hit.
Nope, it's not.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
not
see.
gonna hit.
No, I looked at the. It said hit 8.
Yeah.
It's an 8 hit, yeah.
Except that it's not showing up as a +8 to hit. It's showing.
He rolled a 5 plus 3.
5 plus 3, yeah.
Ah, I see. Understandable. Makes sense.
The heads come over to try and bite him, and he just kind of slides out of the way, like that greasy little thug he is. Lokiar, your turn.
Okay, Alokiar is going to step forward, and he is going to take a punch at this guy. He's gonna whoop. And will a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just going to punch this guy in the gut. And I don't have extra attack yet, so then that's all I can do.
Okay. Orpheus.
Alright, just check the movie. Okay. Gonna go over here and try and stab this bastard.
Okay.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, yes. Roll.
Nice.
Roll that beautiful crit damage.
I believe, if I remember, sneak attack works if there's an ally next to him. I also get it,
Yeah, if you don't have disadvantage, yes. You have a sneak attack right now.
which means I also crit that sneak attack.
Yes, it does.
So that's 17 sneak attack. And you know
Okay.
what? And I'm also going to use my fucking. Let me just push what it does. Wails from the Grave on this dude up here. So he's going to take 5 necrotic damage.
Oh goodness.
So what's
Orpheus
the total on
just
the first guy, just so I know?
What?
On the first guy, that is
Oh, yeah, my bad.
14, 22,
12, 20, 29 damage.
36.
Okay.
On the first guy.
Orpheus, I need you to roll an intimidation check.
Okay. Hear me roar! I am not scary at all.
Question is though, can Runeth remake an intimidation check off of this?
No, wait for my turn to do that because I've got something else.
Oh,
that'll
he's
add.
dead.
Fair enough.
He did. That guy takes 5 necrotic. And I'm going to.
I was just
back
seeing
up
if you killed him in such a terrifying way that the others would run. So
and bonus action stealth. 24.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
my dude Runeth, what you gonna do?
How high up are these guys?
Just a story, so you can reach them.
Did we kill the guy who was talking already?
Yeah, he dead.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I'm going to look around at all of them and say,
Well, I warned you.
and I'm going to, this guy seems the most annoying, so I'm going to go 5. I'm going to attempt to grapple him now.
Okay.
Do I want to? Nah, I've got +2 to it. I'm good. All right. And then obviously grapple. So that's a 29 from me.
Oh yeah, that's a success because he rolled a 9.
I see. This guy is grappled, and now I'm going to go 15. He's going to come with me over here. I'm going to put him in this space, if you would.
Okay.
Alright. And I'm going to go fucking beast. I'm going to bonus action. Do the jump thing, Grappling Ascent. So another grappling check essentially, but he has disadvantage.
So he just crit failed.
Alright.
So,
he
yeah.
still only takes 5, but he fails. I'm going to jump as high up in the air as I can, so that's about 30 feet. So I jump round about 3 stories, and slam this dude into the ground. Unfortunately, the feature looks cool. Only does 5 damage to him. And now I'm going to action surge and attack him.
Okay.
Big oof.
23 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. 9 piercing damage. I believe all ability checks and saving throws that involve. I don't think that applies to that. So, that is my turn.
Okay. Now it is the thug's turn. Alright, so we're gonna start in the back with this guy.
Could Runeth make an intimidation check off of that?
Yes, he may. I will allow it.
Intimidation right here. That's 22 this time.
Okay. The guy you just slammed in the ground, he is going to make a run for it. Go ahead and make an attack with the opportunity. You can.
I'm gonna let him run.
Oh, you're gonna let him run? All right.
You
Yeah, I don't
can.
wanna kill him.
Daruth can, and so can the dogs.
I won't.
I'll let him run.
Knowing a day, she'd probably take a swing at him.
Okay, make that swing.
Let's be honest here, boys.
I like how we're making her into a monster.
I mean, let's be honest. She'd take a swing at him.
She's
I mean-
feisty, she'd do it.
If she knows him personally.
Probably.
Yeah.
21 hit?
Oh yeah, and he definitely takes that damage.
She probably would be non-lethaling it, though, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
with the new model and everything we've said, it's not legal.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill him, but he is out of there.
The Cerberus just takes him and just slaps him up against the wall and bites one of his legs and tosses him on the ground.
At which point he scrambles away.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. The next dragon to attack is going to be this guy up here on the roof. He's going to take a pot shot at Darus.
Give me 1 second real quick. I need to... Alright, yeah.
Does a
He can do
14
that.
hit?
No.
Man's wearing
Okay.
plate armor and has a shield.
This guy over here is going to take a shot at a Lokiar.
Understandable.
4 probably doesn't hit.
No.
I would like for one of them to hit. That'd be nice.
I'm going to move the dead guy so he's out of the way.
Would his body be difficult terrain?
Yeah, but we both know he's there, so
True.
true. It's mostly for me. He's going to make an attack on you. 20?
A 20 does hit,
Alright.
yeah.
In that case, I'm going to, as he begins to swing at Alokiar, I'm going to invoke my Cloud Rune, as now my other shield suddenly lights up. He needs to invoke you, the chosen creature becomes a target. Oh, okay, alright. Instead of Alokiar, as he begins to swing, he turns around. He's doing this himself, to be fair. I don't know what his justification is. Maybe he sees Alokiar suddenly dodge back here or something. And he turns around and fucking smacks this guy instead.
Okay. Let me roll that. So he takes 3. And then he has a second attack. Because...
Yeah, he could still do that.
So he's going to make another attempt at a Lokiar. 20. That was 20.
Yep, that hits.
I
Was
can't
that like
do
a
anything about
crit
that one.
or like
I
a
tried.
It was not a crit. It was a
unnatural
bonus.
20?
So that would be 7 towards Lokiar. And then this guy down at the bottom is going to make an attempt on our big giant friend.
Understandable.
10.
That misses.
How about a 21?
That hits.
Take 6.
Okay.
Alright, Darus.
Am I able to walk past those guys? Just to
Yeah.
get on the other side of them?
If it's a friendly, you can walk past it.
No. Past.
Oh,
past
those
these
two,
guys.
they would get an attack of opportunity if you did.
No, I'm just trying to go like right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have to pass through an enemy space, which is the most they can do that good sort of field.
I didn't hear what you said.
In order to do that, you'd have to pass through an enemy space because they're blocking the way.
Yeah.
And so that would make things a little difficult on you.
That's fine.
Okay, attacks of opportunity from both of them. That one is a 7.
Nope.
17.
Nope.
Okay, so they try to hit you, and it just hits your plate armor and bounces off, and you're just like completely protected.
He kind of sighs, and then Darus reaches down and just like touches the guy's who was dying leg. He's gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
And
Who's
can I
dying?
tell if it took hold?
Yeah, it worked. It hasn't been long enough for him to be dead.
Okay. And then I'm going to bonus action cast Healing Word and say, "Are we done now?" And I'm gonna heal him, so he's
For how
above. Let's see. Was 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. D4. Is it gonna roll? I just clicked it.
It did. You rolled the
For a
one.
whole 1.
Okay, then that's plus 4, so 5 HP.
Nothing wrong with healing him for very little. That's kind of what we
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah.
If they don't
Okay.
want to stop.
So,
So,
yeah,
he
with that I'm
shakes-
saying, are we done here?
He shakes his head and he looks at you, and then he gets this very concerned look on his face as he stands up and he says, "Guys, this isn't worth it. I need to go
Hold
home and
on.
get cleaned up."
Hold on. Where's our gold?
Fine. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out his money bag, and he starts to count out the 35 gold.
You forgot the trouble charge because you resisted an extra 10 gold.
Is right.
He hurriedly counts it out, and
I'm just gonna take the bag out of his hand. This is for saving your life.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
let's take all of it.
his eyes get really big and kind of watery, and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Come on, guys, we got to get back to the clubhouse." And as he turns around to walk away, you notice this big giant stain
Oh,
on his butt.
Oh no.
He died,
Oh,
and dying is not pretty, and he shit himself.
oh no.
And so he's just like, "I gotta get home and change. I don't give a crap about gold."
He
think
actually,
about your
you know,
actions next
no,
time.
he actually does give a crap. He gives one
And-
crap.
As he's walking away, you hear one of his guys say, "Hey, we're gonna call you Poopy Pete now."
Yeah, that
Oh,
guy
no.
lost all respect. He's not gonna be
Right.
he's not gonna rise for that game for much longer.
No, he will not be.
"I bet you get demoted, Poopy Pete."
Oh, no.
poor guy.
Alright.
At least he's alive, but he's also gonna have just. He's gonna be very vindictive towards us.
If he died in battle, he would have
Well,
probably
I don't
gone
know.
up.
I saved his life,
I gave
so,
him a
you know.
proper warning. I was like, hey, 5 gold for your lives, since you want to, give us gold.
He may be the big bad. Who knows?
How much gold was in that pouch, by the way?
Great villain.
There was 65 gold. You were not the first people they have ripped off.
Understandable.
Okay.
Well, I don't
So-
know, we warned them.
So 65, we split that by 5, that's what?
13 apiece.
13 apiece? Cool,
Yep.
cool.
I'll take my 13 and then toss it to the next person.
Okay, I
Excellent.
took my
400 gold now.
Alright. Okay. You're able to get back to Upside. Sans Poopy Pete. I'm assuming you guys are going straight to the villains.
Yeah, but we're gonna stop outside in a little guard house that's kind of always left empty, so that in case Elokiar does need to come back, for whatever reason he can, so that he doesn't, look bad for the servants, essentially. So he walks in. Everyone act like you're foreign. Shouldn't be hard for you, Darus. And Orpheus, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but can you play the servant again?
Okay.
A day, just stay outside. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm so sorry. She'd probably give some snarky remark, but then agree to stay outside.
We can say she would do that, but I know what she would do.
What would she
I
do?
feel like at this
Not
rate,
bad.
we're gonna have to get like Orpheus a leash.
No. What would she have done, Sam? Do you think?
Not that. She would come inside, probably.
That's fair.
Or
Oh.
she would agree and then do something while we're inside.
That's true. She would probably cause trouble while
problem
we're
is-
in there.
I don't know what she would do, so guess what?
So we're just gonna say that she stays outside and
This one time she's compliant.
she tinkers with Fido 2.0.
I will
Uh,
remember this, and I will ask him when he is back what he would have done.
Understandable.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, that being said, we go inside. Elokiar is all gussied up. Orpheus, I imagine he probably would have given Orpheus like a variable shirt, because I imagine there would be probably a couple different outfits in there for a couple of different cultures. We would have slapped a different one on Orpheus. Runeth is fine the way he is. Darus is also fine the way he is. And he walks in.
Darus looks fancy. He looks like he'd be rich.
Yeah, Darus would actually be good for his image, and Runeth is...
I look rich.
Runeth is kind of his
Keyword
body.
there.
As you come in, the butler meets you out in the hallways. Oh, Master Alokia! Looks like you're back from your trip. How was it out in the outside world?
This one was very unique. Lots of forests and lots of... And you see Alokia like putting on this very much more posh accent, much more posh kind of bearing to his body, the one he probably would have grown up learning. He almost seems like a different person. Oh, it was wonderful! I got to meet so many different people in this new world. I even negotiated a trade deal between Alabaster Keep and a local merchant.
Oh, your parents will be so proud. Ah, and it seems like you caught religion while you were gone. Who is this wonderful-looking cleric?
Oh.
So that I might introduce him to your parents.
This is Darus. He is a wonderful patriarch from one of the worlds that I visited recently. Such a and he kind of pats Darus on the chest. A pleasant fellow to be around. But may I also introduce you into Orpheus, my new scribe, and of course you know Rune.
Ah, Master Runeth, we have your favorite set aside in the kitchen if you'd like.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'd like to speak with my parents, please, if they're inside.
Oh, of course, Master. Why don't you take His Holiness, and you can go and wait in the waiting area, actually go into the drawing room. Go to the drawing room. I will bring refreshments, and I will take Master Orpheus and Mr. Runeth to the kitchen so that they might enjoy a repast while you are busy.
Runeth will be joining me on my visit to my parents. I have to have him with me at all times, of course.
Oh, I had forgotten.
And I do need Orpheus to scribe for me, and I'd love for them to meet Darus. Do you mind us all visiting them together?
I suppose this room is a drawing room for them all. Are you sure you want to do this, Master Alokia? You know how it is when your parents see you associating with the help.
Oh, I mean, they let you into their presence, don't they?
I'm the
And he shoots them a grin, like the devious little noble grin.
He winks at you, but then he says, I am the butler, sir. It's my job to be in their presence.
I understand, Reginald. And he kind of drops the accent for a second. They're friends of mine. There's nothing to worry about here.
All right. Drawing room, you know the way.
Of course I do.
I will go and fetch Lady and Master Bolin for you.
Thank you. And Reginald, and he tosses Reginald 5 gold. Your tip for the day. I really do appreciate your help.
Sir, you don't need to tip me. It's a pleasure to serve you. And it has a little more meaning than he is saying. Meaning he actually likes helping you.
Understand. Yeah, of course.
Not so much your parents.
Makes sense. Anyway, if Elandil's here, if you want to let him know and invite him as well, I'd love to see him again. Or is
Yes.
yeah.
I can fetch Master Elandil. He's just in his office, working on another proposal for the council. He's such a talented young man. Your parents are so proud.
That they are. And there's a little bit of an edge to his voice, kind of like a little bit of a pained edge, but not like a upset edge. Anyway.
Gentlemen, I shall see you momentarily. Go to the drawing room.
Yes.
He claps his hands together, and a young lady comes around the corner. Patsy, would you fetch some refreshments for these gentlemen and Master Alokiar? And of course, the rest of the family and tend it to the drawing room. Any special requests for your unusual friends?
Well, let's see. Orpheus, what would you like? Oh, sorry, Orpheus. And he shoots a wink at Reginald.
I'm fine. I don't need anything.
Fair enough. Drus, you really seem to like those peanut butter cookies. Would you like some more?
He thinks about it.
Eating the elephant peanut butter.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy some more peanut butter cookies.
Want to get him some peanut butter cookies? That'd be nice, Patsy.
She makes a quick curtsy and she says, "Of course, sir. I'll bring some other stuff just in case you guys decide you'd like something."
Yes, bring us some juices as well, and if and if Elandil is still having his little wine collection, bring one of those bottles. Might be fun to tease him about it.
A
Yes, sir.
poo-poo platter, if you will.
That's not what it's called here, Drus.
Oh.
Bring a Chardonnay board if you have one. Anyway, off to the drawing room. It's this way, and he sort of leads them off to one of the back rooms. It's a little bit more private. It looks like a study. You can see some old tinkering gear that was kind of left behind. You can see little devices that there's like a clock in there. Dang it, Sam. Anyway, but yeah, no, kind of looks in there and then sighs, looks at one of the watches. Alright, so my parents, if you guys want to keep a little bit quieter, so long as there's any servants in the room, but the moment we're alone, feel free to go off on them. I don't actually care.
Alright, so you spend probably a good 20 minutes waiting. And during that time, Elandil comes down and he peeks and he says, "I heard you were back from your journeys, brother."
Oh, yes, it's been so fun being out in the, what was it? Juju Land. That's what I'm calling it now, yep. So interesting, so many unique people, and it kind of waves for Elandil to come in and close the door.
He comes in and he says, if you actually did some research on some of these places, you might actually have some actual realistic details rather than having to make shit up, that, right?
I mean, I have a couple places and I have some details I can give. I just forgot the name of the place I visited recently. It's
So introduce me to your friends so that I'm not as horrible as our parents, and I just know who you all are.
Yeah, that's fine. Elandil, this is this is Orpheus, this is Rune, Rune, and this is Drus. I left our other companion outside because she's
Volatile?
Yeah, she's not
Yes.
ready to talk to people of the upper class. But yeah, no, Orpheus is a little bit younger, as you can see. Nothing too young. He's helping us with our company. Speaking of which, it's been going pretty well actually. I think we're starting to come to a couple of ideas for the logo. But it's still a work in progress. But yeah, how are things with mother and father?
Sometimes I wonder why we just didn't assassinate them when we were in our early 20s. Oh wait, we are in our early 20s.
You're in no, they're both 19.
I'd
Not
say
quite there
early
yet.
20s.
They're still making you act a little bit older, huh?
Sometimes I feel like I'm 40.
Yeah, I understand that feeling.
What trouble have they gotten into now?
They appear to have been working with the Ravens Crest again.
You'd think they'd learn to leave well alone with these anarchists.
Yeah, I don't know. They're really suspicious. They got some lady killed who was involved in one of our investigations. They left a letter on the body implicating me.
That sounds about normal. Your friends, where are they all from? I mean, I know where Rune is from, but the other two, they don't look like they don't look local.
We've not talked much about our past. I think Darus mentioned that he's from some... what'd you call it? Zootopia?
Zootopia.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I was born in Nexus, but I left for a little bit.
Oh, fair enough. You said you were raised by some...
I was raised by my mother, yes.
Yes.
When I left this world, I came across...
Clandestine, to be specific, but Zootopia.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm always curious about the different people he brings around. Some are from here, some are from out. Oh, I hear footsteps. That must be Mother and Father.
Oh, goodness. All right.
He sits down and he goes from relaxed to like this perfect picture of a gentleman lounging comfortably while being completely in control.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Ilokiar is going to remain standing, although kind of like back to his old desk, trying to keep a sort of regal bearing while the door is open. But the moment it's closed again, he's gonna. Or actually, no, he's gonna stay regal looking while his parents are in the room. The moment they walk in, he's gonna stiffen up.
The butler opens the door first and he says, "Ah, sir, your parents," and he welcomes them in and then closes the door behind them and leaves.
Oh yes, thank you, Reginald. Mother, father.
I see you got our letter.
Yes, I did.
You should know better than to be poking around in business that's none of yours.
And you should know better than to put letters implicating yourselves on the body of convicts. What were you thinking?
I was thinking that they would get the letter to
You were thinking nothing. They were... Did you know who that person was associated with?
Yes.
And what have... Oh, goodness.
What's the room layout like, by the way?
There's like a nice sofa, a couple chairs, some library books on the wall, a big open patio out front or a big open window with a patio out in front of it.
One door for the main
One door into
area?
the main part of the house, and then one door that goes outside
Okay.
into a very nice garden.
Have the servants brought in the food and stuff yet already?
Yes, they would have brought you the cookies and the tea and the crackers and the basically just kind of like a whole board full of different things, including wine and cheese and just a snack board.
All right. While he's talking to them, I'm gonna line up my warhammer like next to the door handles, flush against the wall. Or well, actually, does the door open inwards or outwards?
I would say inwards.
Okay, yeah, I'll put it flush against the wall next to the door handle, and then click the button at the end of the handle of the warhammer, and let it sit there.
Good idea.
They don't notice.
Okay. Well, the thing is that we've been conscripted or talked to by the city council, asking us to do an investigation on this gruesome atrocity. I could easily implicate the both of you, and that could easily get you guys, out of the noble circles.
You should know that when
I'm...
somebody...
You shut up.
Wait. Calm down, Elokia. That is not appropriate behavior for a gentleman. You should know that the reason we sent that letter is because when she botched the job, the money was taken and the documents were not provided. And she was taken and asked about it, and she said that the only other people who knew that she had been put on that job besides the hitmen was your group. I was just trying to warn you that you are messing with people that you should not put yourself in risk with.
Hmm.
Forgive me, I don't like what you do, and I don't like how you behave, and I think you are a perfect waste of genetic material. However, you are still our son, and we are trying to protect you from your own stupidity. You should put the money back where you found it, and you should stay away.
Well, to my perfect knowledge, I don't think any of us in here took the money.
Yeah, we went straight back to the HQ.
Yeah, we
Did the job, went back.
we honestly turned her over to the hitman and left her be. And Alokia genuinely looks confused.
I will let interested parties know that you were not the ones to take the money. But I suggest you butt out before you get hurt in the crossfire of what's about to happen.
Perhaps I may be speaking out of turn, but I can't help but interpret what you've been saying as a threat.
Oh, it's a threat. It's a threat that I am not the one holding the other end of. I am just a mouthpiece letting you know that you are in dangerous territory.
Runeth will stand up. He's slouched over because, that's Runeth. And he'll fix his upper back, and you'll hear, like, the cracking of bones. Almost like this, almost like Runeth's bone structure is supposed to be, hunched over, so this is unnatural. He'll look down at them.
I've got no problem with killing the messenger.
Roll that intimidation check for me, Rudolph.
I was gonna say we could still do what I mentioned earlier.
No, fuck these people. I hate them. They some bitches.
Yeah, they are horrible people.
That was
that's
athletics, not
athletics.
intimidation. But I was a natural 19.
Do that again. Do that again.
Yeah.
But he did roll a 19 the first time.
Anyone
Okay.
have inspiration?
What's your bonus on it in intimidation?
Plus 6.
I've got a +6 and advantage.
Okay, so we'll take that 19 you already got, and we'll just add the 6 to that.
So it's 25.
Alright.
So your mother immediately turns to leave. Now, is it the door back into the house that you blocked?
Yeah, and I'm standing next to it currently.
She gets to the door and she goes to pull it open, and realizes it's stuck, and why it's stuck. And she's like, "Please move your weapon, sir."
Mother, father, I don't want to hurt you.
We don't want to be hurt.
Obviously. Now shut up. I don't want to hurt you. But the thing is, you're getting involved with these people again after Alandal and I have explicitly warned you of it multiple times. You think these people are going to offer you power, and you might have been right at some point. But the thing is that now you have this wonderful man, and he gestures over to Landal, who can get you power the legal way. You don't have to resort to these dark powers anymore. And so, if I'm going to cover your back this time, I'm not going to report you to the city council, but I have to continue my investigation. And if you don't want to be implicated, then I'm going to need somebody to implicate. I'm going to need somebody to involve in the investigation. So, I want to know if you have a fall guy.
To be honest with you, the best I can give you is that the person that you think hired this woman is not the person who hired her. I don't dare say more than that. You think that they'd be mad at you for getting involved. Imagine what they would be if I told you who they were. As for Fall Guys, they were going to blame your group.
Cowards, the lot of you.
Well, you guys got involved. You're the easiest targets.
I mean, all we did was take a job to defend Hitman's Gala. We caught a thief.
And you're undersiders, so they don't care.
Well, the thing is that we have backing with Alabaster Keep now.
Yes, but how far will the backing go?
I
Make
don't
a
know
valid
about
point.
as far as the Hitman people are willing to give us, probably.
I mean, we could always tell them about this secret group and maybe ask if they know anything.
Pretty sure we've got their backing already.
Yeah, no. The city council probably is split into multiple different parties. It depends on how many members of the council are involved with them. I know the royal family isn't, from what I've heard. They're very much a noble faction group. But the problem with this is that I don't know. We need to figure out something we can do to not incriminate the Volin family, if we can avoid it, of course. If we can't, then, well, and he looks over at his parents, we might have to get the authorities involved. But them putting their name on the letter was stupid.
You were the only one who saw it, right? We'll just burn the letter.
I'm not burning this. This is blackmail.
Excuse me, young man? And then he looks at Runeth and he says, "Oh, sorry. I suppose I can't make any excuses anymore. This big whatever you are is going to squish me like a brick."
What am I, chopped liver? And I'm leaning on my great club.
You're also not 3 stories tall.
Taller than you.
Notably,
Point taken.
He's right.
Point taken.
but I'm having them spare your lives for one simple reason. Elandil still cares for you, and he gestures over at his brother. He is the only reason that you are alive right now, and I want to make that very clear, Mother. Very clear to you both. I will not stand. You think that I'm in trouble for sullying your name. I was just honest with your, well, associates. No. This would be a much blacker mark on our family's name than anything else I could have possibly achieved. I do still care about this family. I just don't care about you. You've lost that.
I will stop while I'm ahead.
Yes, very much do that. That being said, I'm making a name for myself in this place. We're making a name for ourselves on Upper Side. I need the story to change. I am no longer abroad. Now, I am exploring my own interests here on Upside. I know that this will put me back in the eye of the nobles, but it would also give a good explanation as to why I am here, and without incriminating you, without incriminating our family.
He looks like he's gonna protest, and then he takes a look at Runeth, and he turns like 3 shades of pale, and he just keeps his mouth shut.
Good man. So, from here on out, I am back in Nexus. From here on out, I'm exploring my own interests outside of the family, using the knowledge I learned in my travels abroad. From here on out, I am officially a Volin again. Do I hear any objections? And he's going to give him a very sour look.
They both shake their heads no.
Good. Now that I'm back, I will be officially removing my living quarters from down on Underside, as that would make us look bad. I'm going to be taking some more funds from the family and building a small housing unit outside of our company building. Do I hear any objections?
And another no shake. And your father starts to turn red, looks at Rune, backs down again.
The thing is, our company has been going very well recently, which could mean a very good, well, political move on your part. We have the Hitmen's endorsements, and you know how the Noble Society sees them. Therefore, if we had the Volin House endorsement as well, then, I mean, wouldn't it be great for the two first supporters of Megagarchy if Megagarchy succeeded? But wouldn't it look so horrible on the Volin name if Megagarchy got assassinated brutally?
I suppose you're correct.
Good.
Give a list to the butler, whatever you want. Just leave us. We'll stay out of things. We'll pull back in. We'll let your brother handle things.
Good.
I'll name him Acting Heir, and maybe we'll go on a vacation for a while, as far away from this giant, terrifying bodyguard of yours as we can get.
But, that being said, I just, with this, maybe we can fix some of the possible damage you've caused to the Volin name. I also want you to talk to Ravens Crest. Give them the news that we will accept any Fall Guys that they send to us. I have word with the City Council. I'm willing to help them escape suspicion, so long as they no longer come after us, if you will. I'm willing to entirely remove their implications in this. They just need to provide us with a fall man.
I will speak with them. I don't guarantee anything, but I will pass the word along.
Understandable. Make it.
Wait. We have one requirement if we're going to pass the word along.
Understand. Speak your piece.
Your fiance will be in town next week. We expect you to make yourself available.
Fine. I suppose that is the cost of me becoming present in Nexus Noble Society again. I have to continue with the betrothal.
If that's all, we're going to vacate this room.
Understandable.
Unless you have something else, son.
And he looks over at Darus, looks over at Rune, looks over at Ovrius. Anything, boys?
Rune shakes his head.
Shrug.
All right. Good. I'm glad that we could have come to an arrangement here. Darus, if you'd like to allow them passage.
I'll reach up towards the end of the Warhammer. Look away, please.
They both look away.
And for the elephant tusks that look normal currently on the end of it, I'll flip them so they're both crooked, and it'll undo the immovable.
As soon as you've got it out of the way and they know it is gone, they leave. And you can hear them almost running down the hallway to get away. Well,
Runeth will
brother,
begin to slouch again.
Elendil looks at you and he says, well, brother, thank you for getting those two into some sort of control. Never thought it would be you that would get them to back down. Bravo.
Thanks. I've been learning some
I
sort
am
of.
in an incredible amount of pain.
Darus, do you want to heal him real quick?
I think that's
Could I do like a medicine check? Just do like a little chiropractor.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you could do a medicine check real quick. You don't have to roll very high. Judging from the fact that you heard the cracking, his bone structure wasn't supposed to do that, and now it's having a bad time. When your back bends a way it's not supposed to, it doesn't feel good.
I
and
know
that's
that.
what's happening.
Wait, all too much.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
But yeah, no. So yeah, if you would like to heal him, and yes, brother, I am honestly surprised at myself. But I mean, I had a little bit of confidence behind my back, and he kind of gestures at Rune, and he kind of holds up the letter. This is legitimate blackmail material. I could have destroyed the family with this, but I'm not going to do that to you. You've got your whole career ahead of you.
Well, I appreciate you not tanking my career. Speaking of which, you mentioned an increase to your allowance to build a building.
Yes, we need some investment in order to, goodness gracious. Calm yourself, dog. We need in order to improve our structure. We're starting a business, I don't think I told you last time, but yes, we are legitimately starting a company, and we would love nothing more than to have the family's endorsement. It would be a great political move for you guys, especially if we start doing well. I'd love to have your involvement in the future.
Consider it done. And also consider give you 50 gold a week towards your allowance to help you out. More than that, you're going to have to file some receipts, and then we'll just do some reimbursement for the housing that you're building. But as far as spending cash, that's what I can do for you for the time being. Mom and Dad have tied up a lot of our investments.
Yeah, that sounds like them. They did get.
It's taken me a few weeks to untangle this shit.
Yeah. Well, also, I wouldn't mind one of the families, not to put the pressure on you a little bit more, but could I get one of the house accountants? I need some help with our finances if we're going to be functioning as a company. But we do. I definitely appreciate the funds. Most of it's probably going to go towards the space rental, because you know how much that yeah.
Oh,
it's,
yes.
it's a lot.
I'll have Jeremy sent down to help you. He could probably help with financing and your accounting.
Jeremy's a full accountant now, right?
We finished having him trained at the Stonebarrow College. He is officially a CPA.
Oh, very nice. I remember Jeremy. Man, he was he was kind of a dick, wasn't he?
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, but is he doing better now?
But he's our dick.
Exactly. Don't wait. No. Wait.
Praising, man. Praising.
Phrasing is. Now that I think about it, though, they do. At least Elokiar and Elandil do kind of share a dick because they're twins, identical twins.
Oh my god.
No comment.
Oh goodness. Because they are genetically identical. So. Oh man. Oh goodness. All right.
I wish Darus could forget that.
No.
I can forget that.
Just wait a month, man.
Where's the mind breach?
That wasn't in character. I will say that was out of character.
No, that was in character.
I wish I
Oh,
could
goodness.
forget that myself, irregardless.
I feel like that probably would be an inside joke between Elokiar and Elandil, is that they are identical and so they share everything. But yeah.
Is that like a threesome thing?
No. Goodness, no.
You gonna share your fiance? Is that what this
He
how?
looks at you and he says, I am not sharing your fiance. No, thank you.
Oh, is she that bad? I've not met her.
I've heard stories. I think she'll be to your liking, but she definitely is not what I need.
Makes sense. So is she not very court savvy then?
No, like the seventh daughter of a major family in another world.
Oh, goodness. Oh. Fair enough. I mean, it is a political marriage, obviously, but... Huh. Anyway, moving on.
Technically, I am ordained.
Yes. I mean, you're not legally ordained here in Nexus yet. You do have to kind of get that license from the temple, I'd imagine. But
Well, I mean, I was at the temple in the underside for like 3 months, so
He's got his credentials.
fair enough, fair enough. Also, you should really go talk to the Temple of Nexus about getting your religion officially notified in the logs, because we've not had interaction with your world before, and so I'm sure they'd be very curious as to your religion. They do collect them after all.
he gets a little more excited than he should be, with like a little glint in his eye. I'm like, oh, I'm sure they would love the Luxon.
I mean, they'd probably have to add it to one of the sub-religions of the Luxon, as we've got multiple of them here. But I'm sure they'd be very interested to hear about your beliefs. They might even pay you for it. Although, probably not. I don't know how they do things over at the temple. Elandil and I were there once for our, christening, for whatever. I don't know. I was super young at the time, I don't remember it very well. But anyway, we should probably get back to the company grounds. I have no idea what kind of scrying they're probably going to be using on us right now.
So, do you all head back to the company grounds, or do you guys need to make any stops?
I wouldn't mind just heading to the black hole just for an inquiry.
Okay. You can make a long way around to the black hole if you'd like.
Yeah.
Make that inquiry. So
Just-
you get to the shop, and the fairy is behind the desk, and so is a grizzled. Well, he's not really grizzled. A man who has white hair, but he may be a little too young for the white hair.
He's also super buff.
Yeah, he's got muscles for days.
Is it evening, morning? What is it?
I'd say afternoon.
Okay. Afternoon, Brynhilde.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome back.
I have a doozy for you.
Really?
Do you have anything that would make me stronger? Like physically?
I have just the thing. Are you looking for something permanent or temporary?
Permanent.
So something like a belt of giant strength.
If that's a thing.
That is a thing. Let me look and see how much, if we have one, and how much there are. High or low, somebody.
Hi.
Okay, roll me a d100. If it's high, they have it. If it's low, they don't.
You want me to roll it?
Actually, let's let the dice decide. Yeah, we say hi. Make your roll.
Well, I thought you did the...
No.
Okay.
I rolled to see what we would say. Now roll.
Rolling. It's really thinking about it.
Yeah, it's really thinking about that D100, man.
Yeah, this isn't what it wants to roll.
Debating. It's unsure if it wants to be nice. It's like, I didn't
don't
just
give a
give
1 or a
them a
2.
97.
I'm like, you really should have went like the opposite, I feel like, of what you got, just because...
Just because it was so high.
Press it again.
Yeah.
Press it again.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like I said, you probably should
Okay.
have done that.
So they do not currently have it. But I'm looking it up right now just so that you can have. She's like, I could probably get one in.
Yeah, I would just mind a price point. This is probably going to take me a little bit to get the gold.
Okay, so for a belt of hill giant strength, which would be one that they'd have the quickest time and would also be the least expensive of the
Mhm.
belts. You are looking at 5,000 gold.
Oh god.
Whew.
Yeah,
Yep,
that
that's
makes
a
sense.
rare magic item for you.
Man.
They could, however, also offer you a potion of giant strength if you'd like.
No, I don't want temporary.
I have a question myself. Do they have any cloaks of elven kind, and how much are they?
I shall find out.
Believe it or not, potions of giant
Do the
strength are
same thing
actually
again.
insane.
Roll the Lokiar roll for the high or the low, and then let's have you roll a d100.
It'll
It's
take me a while to get
high.
5,000 gold.
I shall go for low then, because I'm gonna go the opposite of that.
I feel it. Yeah, I feel like it's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be.
glad I-
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, there you go,
fucking
yeah.
do it.
Well,
They have one in stock, and they are asking 500 gold for it.
500 gold. I am 100 gold short, but I will note that down.
I will loan you 100 gold.
Oh, okay. I will grab myself a cloak of elven kind then.
Okay, I'm assuming you can look up the stats for that.
Yeah, I can.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
She does look at Darius and she says,
It's actually in Roll20, so you can just search it and add it to your inventory.
I could make a brand new item for you to increase your strength if you'd like.
What is the how to make a belt of giant strength normally?
Say what again?
How much?
What is it?
What?
What does it take to make a belt of giant strength normally?
That actually is dependent on the DM, but a general idea of what it would take is something that contains the essence of the giant that you're looking for. Other materials for the magic imbuement that will get you that can essentially raise the price and the ability to actually do it. I
I mean,
imagine, despite what a belt of giant strength looks like, I imagine most of it would come from giant runes. So you would need, as for the making it, you'd need someone who can do giant runes.
I was gonna say for
hey,
like
we know
your
somebody who can do
basic
things.
components, it would probably be like that,
for
and then
basic material price, it would be 500 gold. For the material cost, it would be 4,000.
Hey, as artificers, we can make magic items for half the cost.
And you don't have to count labor cost if you need that. So
True. Now,
I could give you a list of ingredients if you wanted.
I mean, we
It
could
would
probably.
actually be better if we just go fight some cloud giants.
yeah.
are you okay with us killing your kind?
Runeth is not a cloud giant.
To be fair, I don't actually know if I'm a giant. Not really. I know I'm a giant, but I don't know. I'm called a giant, but that doesn't mean my race is a giant, as far as I know.
Maybe like a
Also-
like a single subspecies of giant.
Also, cloud giants and storm giants are completely different than every other giant. Same
Yeah.
with fire giants.
I
They're
was gonna
all
say like
vastly
Storm
different.
Giant is the most
Storm
powerful of
giants
them.
are typically prophets, actually. Prophets of some sort.
But yeah, I'll take that list of that grocery list.
I could. I mean, I feel like probably would have to have some very expensive leather. Probably would have to have.
So you're gonna need leather, obviously, high quality.
Like a
You are
tooth.
definitely going to need. You're gonna need some giant bones.
So a tooth would work.
And you're going to need a little bit of. Let's see. You're gonna need some metal. You're gonna need some special metal. You're going to need some magical metal from Marilys, located in the mountain range near the town.
I can pull up the map real quick if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up 1 second.
We could definitely take a storm giant. They only have 2 greatsword attacks with plus 14 to hit and 66 plus 9 damage.
They
We
would
could
have
do
to.
that.
They would have to roll a
We'll be fine. Smile.
5 or lower not to hit me.
It would be. It comes from the mountain range near south. What is it? I gotta make it bigger. I can't read it.
I think we pull off on murdering a fucking giant until we're maybe a couple
Sandy
levels.
Fort.
It'd be better if we just go for a different giant kind.
I was gonna say,
we
or
could
we
take
could
it-
try and find, like, I don't know, a burial ground.
We could take a cloud giant.
No, that's such a bitch move. I would rather we buy potions of fire resistance and then we fuck up some fire giants.
Orpheus is
You know
not
what I'm
fine with
saying?
picking up a giant's grave.
This is
I
true.
just think
he
it's
wouldn't
a
be.
bitch move, and I would rather fight fire giants because it sounds really cool. That's my
Cool.
reasoning.
I mean, we could also
Exactly.
probably try to take out a cloud giant. We could probably handle a cloud giant.
No, I don't know. They're the second strongest giant.
Yeah, plus 12 to hit, 10 feet reach.
We would have to fight a fire giant one-on-one. So.
It wouldn't be one-on-one. It would be.
Well, yeah, one of them versus all of us if we want to win. We'd have to fight a fire giant like that. So
1-on-5.
probably not a cloud giant.
We're thinking about finding one of the bigger giants, but that would still cost us a lot more to make this. Maybe we should just go for a hill giant.
Maybe we do kill some hill
We
giants.
would still need to get it would still be way more expensive to make one for like a fucking cloud giant. That's a very rare item.
What about I was gonna say maybe like a stone giant.
Yeah, what if we killed some stone giants?
So again, still very rare, would still cost a shit ton of gold to get the other ingredients.
Oh goodness, yeah. Fire giants are actually, I feel like, stronger than the cloud giants.
Why?
Well, for one, let me compare them. Oh, never mind. Cloud giants are weaker martially, but they're also spellcasters, so never mind.
Yeah.
That's where they get their. That's why they're a higher one. That makes sense. I was like, wow, fire giants hit a lot harder than cloud giants do. The cloud giants can also cast spells, so yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Stone giant. Wow.
We still have those 2 job offers, one from the Nexus God and the other from the Rosenform.
True.
I feel like we should at the very least do the Nexus God because that'll build up some record with them. And I feel like we want them on our side.
I mean, to be fair, we're already doing a job for the city council.
That is true. But we're planning to fuck that job up for a full guy, so.
I mean, technically, they still will think we've done the job. They'll probably pull out someone who's willing to pretend to be said person's jilted lover or something.
Alright, so are you guys going back to your place first?
I
Yeah.
probably would go back to the place, yeah.
Okay. When you walk in, let me get you over there. Your boy Rock takes one look at Orpheus and says, "Ah, Orpheus, I received some mail specifically for you today."
Oh. Can I have a look at it?
Can you see it in your thing yet?
Where would that be? Oh, there it is.
Okay. You may keep it to yourself if you'd like.
Also, do you want to make Rock's token large-sized?
Yeah, I guess I should make him giant-sized for your convenience.
Orpheus will look at the
He's a
letter,
great receptionist.
smile for a bit, and then
He really is.
furrow his brow. And then he's going to put the letter in his pocket. He's not showing this to anyone.
Are you smiling right now?
He smiled at first, and then he read the rest of the letter, and he looked a little worried.
Okay. So you're not trying to hide from us that you're worried. Gotcha. I was gonna insight if the smile was fake, but ask no more.
The smile was at first true, but then he read the rest of the letter.
Yeah, and then he saw it and was like, oh, never mind. No smile.
The smile was just
This reminds me, Loki,
Hmm?
you said welcome to, the Mega Gargi.
Yes, I did.
Do I get a room?
Yes. Yes, you can have a room. Here. He kind of peeks in these two offices.
You could
we-
take this one, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Wait, we could just ask for a room this whole time. I think.
Yeah, you
Don't
could
you
have
have
asked
a
for a room. Orpheus.
Could I also get a room? I've been sleeping in one of the closets.
I've noticed. It's in my workshop.
Listen, it's warm in there.
I'm aware. I have my heating fabric in there.
If he's gonna take that one, I'm gonna take the one over here then.
Right next to the blood pool.
But also
What?
right next to his nap room.
So why
You gonna make
wouldn't you
gonna make a little
suggest this
hole in
one?
Because on the other side, there's the Death Maw and the dinosaur. You might not get good sleep or anything if you sleep in there.
Yeah, that
I
could be
mean-
a little loud.
I mean, to be fair, we are building some housing. Like,
Also, just so you know, these top 3 offices are unclaimed.
I mean, this one's the sort of like meeting
This is
room
like the
ish.
meeting room.
This room's gonna be kind of loud because it's next to a day's workshop. This Orpheus' little nap room gonna be nice and warm. But yeah, these ones are gonna be a bit loud. This one's probably optimal for like sleeping because it's,
Probably these two would be best for sleeping right here.
actually one of these ones now that I think about it. But again, we're also building, we're gonna be building housing, so this is all
Speaking of which, if you
temporary.
guys want to design something, I'll add room on this thing and we can put it on there.
That would be appreciated, yes.
I'll take this one. You got enough space to where I can make a altar.
Yeah, you can make an altar. An altar would be fine to kind of put in the building.
Hey, do you want me to put your name on it, or can you do that?
You can throw it on there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, if you just want to expand it outwards, and we can just make some housing that's... I mean, to be fair, if we look at the big map, the big map, this building does have two smaller buildings and then a really, really big building. We can say this is the smaller building on the very bottom right corner. So if you just want to add another building that's on top of this one that's like the same size, and then we can reserve the super large building that's on the map for like if we want to add a warehouse or something, which we're probably going to need later on.
That should give you plenty of room.
Cool.
So
Although
feel free to draw away.
if you want to move.
Do you want me to copy the office and then you guys can just blank it out?
Well, I kind of like for us to move it down here so that we have, because I'd like this little door right here to lead to the housing area.
Alright, you guys will have to relabel everything, I think.
That's fine. It's not too
Wow,
hard.
that's a big expansion.
Actually, I might be able to move them. I can move all the drawings anyways.
Makes sense. That's probably because the other one's on the background layer.
Yeah, I'll just put a new copy of it down.
If it's
So, while that's going on, what is the plan exactly?
Well, I think we're waiting for them to send us information about the pool guy, and then we'll throw him under the bus, so to speak.
How are we supposed to be getting that information? Just like snail mail, or?
I have no clue.
Mm.
I assume Loki would probably know how to get it.
Okay. Huzzah.
Alright, it's all moved to his satisfaction.
Actually, I think we need to position the drawings a little bit higher.
What? Oh,
That's my bad.
So, I was saying, what exactly is the plan? And then Orpheus was saying, wait until we get the Fall Guy info. And I asked, how are we supposed to be getting the Fall Guy info?
Through his parents?
Yeah, I think
No.
we're just waiting for them to send us information.
Yes, but I'm saying, how are they sending the information? Because if it's snail mail, it could be days.
True enough.
Well, guess we'll just wait and see.
Yes, we will.
alright. So, what now, gentlemen?
Good question. And actually,
What time of day?
By this point, I think you're looking at early evening.
early to late evening.
Okay.
I mean, we did go across like the city and then went to his parents, so yeah, probably early late even. Loki, I need to talk to you for a bit.
Yeah, sure. Here, let's
You
go
want
to
to
the...
head to your workshop?
Sure.
So, my mother just sent me a letter.
Oh! Alright then.
I shall send you what the letter says in Discord,
Understandable.
because I don't want to share this with a certain element.
Ah, understandable. I feel like that's fair.
Oop, there you go.
Oh, that's that is
Yeah.
worrying.
It's right. I have no clue what's happening back home. Maybe one of the more extremist groups is starting to get out of hand. I mean, I don't know.
Question: when you went there, did you slip through a portal, or as in like a
don't-
temporary portal, or is it a permanent one?
I don't. Well, I mean, I got back here for a bit. I don't know if it was the same one though. It was a while ago.
Understandable.
It
Let's.
might be the same portal. It might be a different portal. I know where I came through though. I can take you there.
Yeah, let's check to see if it's a permanent portal or a temporary one. Let's hope it's a temporary one. Though I know that some stronger liches might be able to breach through here.
I mean, most of the undead there are fine folks, but it's just some of them have a little bit of hatred, you know. More religious folk would normally, try and kill the undead.
yeah, let's hope nobody found a crusade. That would be bad.
Yeah, I'd rather no one find that portal at all.
Okay, let's see what we can do about closing a portal. I mean, I might know a
I mean,
wizard.
I don't want to close the portal. That's my only way home.
That's true, but we need to put.
I think the better thing would be for us to maybe buy the land around it. Build like
No,
a small
'cause
house there.
The danger is leaving that portal open. We need to find a way to close it, but be able to open it once again. I can investigate into some planner wizards. I'm sure there's plenty around. I've heard that they've hired one onto. Actually, here, let me do a history check. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Nope, never mind. I could do some investigating, look for a planar wizard. Maybe. Let's hope that one of the support companies might have one. And then we might be able to get them employed, at least temporarily, for this mission.
Well, thanks for helping, Loki. Just a little worrying hearing that.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do about. I know. If we can, maybe we can even make an item for you that would allow you to open that portal at will, or whenever you'd like, but make it so that for the most part it remains closed. That way you
Is
can.
that possible?
I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, Alabaster Keep has plenty of devices that can do such. Admittedly, it might have to be locked at that location, in which case you can look at purchasing the property around it. But, as some portals do tend to be locational. But let's see if we can't close it.
Well, I guess that's a problem we'll have to deal with when we can.
Yeah. But that being said, I would like to share this information with Rune, if you don't mind, and
That's fine. Just don't tell the elephant.
yeah, that's fine. I promise. Cross my heart. And you see Loki, I do the whole cross my heart, hope to die thing. But yeah, and he hands you back the letter.
Unfortunately, he's gonna just go over to his little room and he's gonna hide it in there somewhere.
All right. So, that being said, for now, let's act like nothing's wrong.
Yep. Alright.
I mean, for all we know,
There is
nothing is wrong. It's just
something else I need to ask you. Is there any way to track somebody? Maybe look for information?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of ways.
Like us. Like I'm trying to figure out the word is like a census. Is that it? Is that the word?
A census, or do you mean like a tracker?
The thing used to track a population of a people.
Oh yeah, well, that's a census. Why? Why do you need a census?
Well, mostly curiosity. I've never actually known who my real parents were, so I was gonna see if I could maybe figure that out while I was here.
I mean, I could get you a library card. All the censuses are on public record.
Alright, thanks, Loki.
Yeah. Here. And he kind of walks over, shuffles some papers around, pulls out like a little sticky note looking thing, writes a note on it. At the very least, you might be able to get some information from my parents' scholars. Take this over to Reginald back at my parents' house if you'd like. He can get you a letter of recommendation to the library, which might be able to get you a pass to let you get the census information.
Alright. Thank you.
Of course. But yeah, for all we know, there's no revolt going on, no riot. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Doesn't seem to be a riot, just seems to be some sort of political instability, who knows.
Makes sense.
Right.
And as they're walking back up, and that Rune is why the Luxon is the one true god.
I understood just about none of that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just want you to know.
Runeth, come with me. I have to share something with you.
Okay.
And he walks over into the conference room with Runeth, and I'm gonna paraphrase the letter, aka copy paste it over to Sam. Yeah, essentially, yeah. That being said, so we're going to try to, I'm going to look for possible planar wizards to maybe do something to help us close the portal. I would like to make Orpheus able to reopen it eventually at some point, should he ever want to go visit his mother again, but I think our top priority is making sure that it at least gets closed. For hopefully obvious reasons.
I see. Alright.
Do I have your assistance in this?
Sure.
Alright, perfect. I'm gonna go let Ade know at some point. Not today. She seems kind of out of it today. But I imagine she's probably working on Fido or something right now, so I'm not gonna bug her. But, that being said, yeah, you know, I think it's... Yeah. Anyway. Do we want to, and it kind of peeks his head out. Company meeting, hello? Can I get everyone in the conference room real quick?
On it, boss.
Thanks.
He's gonna go and gather everybody up.
Darus kind of sighs. We'll have to continue this later, Orpheus.
Orpheus is like, just like completely fucking dead-eyed.
I
Whole life is being sucked out of
overheard
him.
you talking about your religion. I am interested in learning more.
Yes. After this meeting, I will fill you in. Don't worry.
I can't wait to learn more about your heathen learning.
Anyway, alright
Darus
everyone.
is gonna ignore that comment for the time being.
If you'd like to join us, Rock, you're perfectly welcome to. This involves the whole company.
I would.
Alright, everyone. So, obviously, as you know, we now have the Volin family backing us, which should allow us to get some decent funding, make our place here on Upside a bit more stable. As heaven knows that I've been looking at the bills that Hitman's been paying, and we're barely scraping by to keep our place here on Upside. We should have another week or two before the Hitman's contract to pay our stipends ends. So as much savings as we can do to help us keep our building would be nice. Thankfully, with the Volin support, we should be able to handle it better. And I'm having them send over an accountant so we can keep better track of our books, in order to make sure that everything's going as it should be. We're also getting some extra funds to add a new housing building, as I think I said earlier. This should allow us to not have to sleep in our offices anymore. But yeah, that being said, the office building should be done in about maybe 3 weeks.
It'll be at least another session.
Yeah, at least another 2 or 3 weeks. So, yes. That being said, I'm looking forward to the future of this company, with all of you, and let's take over Upside, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. All right. So, first order of business. And he kind of, I feel like this would be a good way to end the session. Actually, I don't. Just kind of, I don't know. Is that? Yeah.
If you guys want to, we can.
I mean, it'd be very clean ending to the session for today. If you guys want to go on, though, I'm cool.
I'm fine
cool.
with ending the session, but I've got a little secret thing I would like to do as Rune.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
sounds
Okay. We can take care of any personal missions that you guys would do during the next few days if you want.
Yeah.
During this last half hour. It also gives Lokiar a chance to go let my dogs in.
True, it does. Yeah. No, the reason I bring it up is that also I don't want to do too much without
Yeah, we
without
don't
Dion.
want to leave him too far behind.
So So having the session end right as this meeting is starting, slams his fist down. So, our first order of business.
Just as a visual reference, Darus is using his hammer as a chair. He clicked it so it's floating in the middle of the air, and he sat on it.
That's kind of funny.
I approve.
But yeah.
Nice.
that allows us to get a team meeting started right before. Hopefully he can be here next week, and if not, he can at least maybe watch the stream so he can hear us. But he should be moved in for the next couple of days here, so we should be here next week. But yeah, cool. Anyway, let's do some secret mission stuff. I'm gonna go let the dogs in, and
Okay.
but yeah, we can do
Rune,
little side missions here.
You had a side mission, so what do you want to do?
I would like to do what you might define as a little betraying.
Oh.
So
Is
in
this something
Runeth's
that we
eyes,
need to do separately?
not necessarily. I'm fine with them hearing it. I've got no
Okay.
problem with that. But in Runeth's eyes, there's one best course of action here, and he's going to take that because it might not be the will of the group, but he's pretty sure that it's the best thing to do. He's actually going to go to the Hitman Corporation and try to speak to Hitman.
Okay. You are able to make it there. You've been there a couple times. There is a hit lady is sitting out front. She's guarding today. And she says, "Oh, giant man. Welcome back to the compound. How
Glad
can
to
I
see
help
that.
you today, sir?"
I need to speak to Hitman.
"Oh, you're in luck. He is in at the moment. Let me." And she takes you up and takes you to his office. She says, "Just wait here. I'm gonna go get him. He's down in the kitchen making one of his famous subs for the entire group. It's like 10 feet long. He bakes the bread himself. It's fantastic. You have no idea." And she just kind of walks away.
Of course, she says one of that. She's one of them.
A few minutes later, Hitman arrives in a giant, or in a big stretched out apron, his arms and forearms covered in flour, a little bit of smudge on that apron, and he says, "Ah, yes, Giant Man, welcome to Hitman Compound. You did good work
Well,
last time. What can we do for you, sir?"
do you have a private room we can talk in? Preferably one warded against divination.
My office is warded against divination. Just let me shut the door." He goes over and he shuts the door. He says, "No one should be able to hear us now. It should be tight and safe."
So, about last time and the woman that robbed you. We as a group have come into new information, and it's been revealed to us that it was not, in fact, the Speaker of the Plains who did it. I'm sure the woman probably thought it was, but it was not him.
Huh.
However, it's obvious that they want to use the Speaker of the Plains as sort of a fall guy for this. I think it may be smart if you and them sort of work together to make it look like you're still fighting, but investigate that.
I will speak to Aloe, and we will have to come to some accommodations.
They will speak to Middleman. We shall meet accommodation.
Uh, he smiles, but the smile is, it's one of determination, and there's a little bit of fury behind it. Um, he does not like the idea of someone purposely stirring up trouble for his charity organization. Um, I will hit the man who, or the woman, or the men and women,
Or the child.
who are responsible.
Child soldiers are not exempt.
Exactly. Hitman does not hold back. He is Hitman. Sometimes he is Hitwoman. Other times hit child. All depends on whether deserved or not.
Always hit dog.
I thank you for your information. in exchange for what you've told me today, any of our resources, and I can't do a hitman voice. Any resources we have are available to you specifically.
We as Hitman will provide you with assistance needed.
I'm going to have to ask you nicely, obviously, that you not tell the others of my group about this.
Of course not.
I'm not sure if they would approve of this, but I think this is probably the best decision to make.
Trust me, Hitman will keep your secrets. Hitman is very experienced
you.
at keeping secret. They actually were already inside. I let them out.
Runeth will give a bow, quote unquote, but he's already like super hunched over, so it doesn't work very well with bowing.
Understandable.
You just imagine that how you will, I guess.
Hitman's going to punch his fist, do a little bow like that. When he does the little punch, there's a little shockwave of energy that comes out of his fists, and he does a little bow. You have my oath, friend. You have done me great service today. I shall do you great service. Hitman pays back his dues.
Thank you.
Alright, that's all I wanted to do.
Oh,
1 second. I need
just
to do
thought
something.
I personally just thought it was smart if we make them think that they're doing what they wanted, but we have them be fucking investigated by the people they were trying to frame. That's what I
You don't
thought.
need to explain yourself.
Yeah, this is fine.
you're good. I think it's out of character. I think it's smart. In character, I think Alokier might be a little tad upset with you for.
Yeah, I thought you guys would protest to it in character, probably a little bit, and so I was like, I'll just do it by myself.
Yeah, no,
I'm independent.
out of character. Absolutely, that was a good idea. Great idea.
By the way, Rune, you now actually have an extra 10 influence with the Hitman, and you also get 10 influences with the Speaker of the Plane. Because he will inform them of who brought the information to his attention.
The
Alrighty.
Roos has some things he would like to do.
Okay.
For one, go to the Nexus church or temple or whatever it's called, and explain my religion and see if I can get any coin for it. Maybe I don't know how it works.
So, when you get to the temple, there's an acolyte there. There are, it's kind of like the temple in Game of Thrones over on the other continent, where there are the temple section where there are many gods. There's a spot, there's an alcove for every god that they're aware of. And the cleric, this little acolyte cleric, comes up to you and she says, "Ah, good sir, how may we be of service to you today?"
I was told that perhaps sharing my religion would benefit both of us.
"Oh, you've come to share something that we don't know yet. Of course, of course, of course. Come with me. We have a um, cleric of Ayun who collects religious knowledge. She would be most excited to hear from you." And she takes you down into the bowels of the temple, to this little library room, and in there is, I would say, if you were a human, which you are not,
No.
you would be in danger of falling in love. She is beautiful. She's also got her hair pulled back. She's like that hot librarian motif. And she looks up and she says, "Oh, who have you brought to me, Lissy?" "Oh, just some man who wanted to share religious information." "Ah, thank you. You can go now." So the girl, she leaves, and this woman looks at you and she says, "I am Leasara, and I collect religious knowledge for the temple here in Nexus. If you can give me some information about who and what you worship, we could probably provide you with an alcove." among other things, maybe some compensation.
Well, I am Darus Imal, and I'll give a little bow, seeing how they're like slightly formal, and give them the whole spiel for the Luxon.
Okay, roll me a religion check to see how much of that spiel is successful. As far as like remembering all of the information. Because you know, when you're telling someone about something, a lot of times you leave out details without realizing it.
And I have advantage.
That's what I was about to ask. Is can he have advantage, seeing as how he's a practiced practitioner and priest?
I mean, this is his own religion. It would make sense for him to know a good chunk about it.
Considering that that's kind of his background, it also does make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
He's also got keen mind as well, so he remember quite a lot of details.
Well, that only lasts for a month, but
yeah. Well, it's only a month of perfect memory, but it also might kind of imply that you have good memory. Good memory.
Yeah.
You just have perfect memory up to a month.
So advantage? Yeah. Huh?
Mhm.
Okay. Because my religion isn't that good, weirdly enough. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
A natural 20.
So you are definitely successful. And she is absolutely super excited about every little stinking detail you can give her. She grills you on anything she has questions on, and she keeps you there for a good 4 or 5 hours, just going over the information with you, and then asking all of the detailed questions that she wants answers to. Once you're finished, she looks at you and she says, "That was a lot of information. Here," and she scribbles on a paper and hands it to you, and she says, "Take this paper upstairs to the girl that let you in, and she will take you back to the vault, and you'll be paid out for your information. Also, would you like an alcove here in the temple for during your stay?"
I would love a place for people to worship
All right then.
the Luxon.
Uh, what kind of a setup do you guys usually have? And she takes down. I'm assuming you're going to give her all the info.
Yeah, I'll give her.
She takes down all of that information, and she says, "Come back in a week, and we'll have an alcove prepared for you, and anyone who you may convert to your ways." Um, when you turn in that note, you are handed 50 golds,
Okay.
and
Right.
they send you on your way.
I mean, it's not bad. All right.
I don't know. That's pretty good. 50 gold is.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah, that's. Like, it won't buy a magic item, but it'll pay for housing for a long time if you're, not living on upside.
So for that day, I'm like, how many days are we going here?
I will give you. I'm going to give you guys another week.
Okay.
We'll talk about anything that happens during that week next week, as far as like anything you guys might run into. But as far as downtime activities, you've got a week.
Other than decorating my altar in my room, I want to head back to the Brawling Tavern and
Okay.
see if I can make some more money.
They see you coming from a mile away, and they are excited to see you because you are willing to let them cheat. And you get in there, and they're like, "Oh, so you're back to fight again."
I am. I haven't had much action lately, so
None of us have. They just laugh. The guy that approached you before, he sees you come in, and he says, Roos, are you willing to take some falls for me?
Depends. What's the compensation?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yeah, let's see if you can.
That
Let's
is-
see if you can talk him into a little extra.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how bad my persuasion is. Yeah,
Okay.
it's bad.
So he looks at you. He says, "Well, you're kind of new to this, and they kind of expect you to fail. I tell you what, I'll give you 25% of my take."
He does the little like trunk thinking it over. Shrugs. It sounds good to me.
All right. We won't do the fighting because you clearly are going to. I do want you to make me 3 performance checks though. Let's see how good you fake it.
It's also terrible.
I know, that's the point.
1, 2, 3. Okay, those two are okay.
Okay, so the first one looks like the worst WWE fight that has ever happened, but it's relatively believable. The other two look real. Go ahead and roll me 2d10. Oof.
Awful. Fucking my rolls.
Okay.
That's nice.
Roll me a d100.
I mean, that's better.
You're gonna roll low on that too.
I know, dude. It's like it's been off. I got that one natural 20, and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, I need 25% of 485. Or no, what was it? 1 second. 25% of 425.
I also feel like he's gotten a reputation now for being a bad fighter. For being bad at fighting.
I think this is like a fist fight. I think it's not like he has the weapon to his arm.
Yeah, I know. So he's gotten a reputation for being really, really bad. So eventually they're probably going to ask him if he'd be willing to actually try to win a fight, because then now everyone's going to be betting up against him.
Yeah, that is true. They probably will do that at some point.
I think it's like 106.25.
Yep, it is. So you get 106 gold out of this.
And what, like 25 silver?
Yep, and 25 silver.
Nice. Silver pieces!
Actually, wouldn't it be 25 copper?
If we're going
No, it'd
through
be
the
2
gold,
silver, 5 copper.
2
Okay.
silver, 5.
Yeah, because silver would be in the tenths, and copper would be in the hundredths.
Well, I only got to do that for like the next couple months, and I'll have enough for.
Hey, Justin.
Hello.
About
Hey,
What the hell?
Dylan.
Y'all still playing?
We'll
Yeah.
be wrapping up pretty soon here.
Yeah,
You can only go for 30 minutes later, but we'll wrap
I
it up a
don't.
bit earlier.
Maybe it's just felt like forever for me.
Maybe.
Well, that's
I mean, to
that's
be
all
fair,
I'm gonna do. So.
This is also like some of
We
the
usually
sessions
go
have
to
lasted for longer.
Yeah, we usually make it to 8 o'clock.
We ended a little bit early, so we didn't leave it behind too far.
I betrayed the group.
No, you didn't.
Betray the group. He just it's like,
I,
well, that's
I think
done.
it's funnier to phrase it that way, though.
You went behind the group's back to get us extra support.
Yeah, that's
from
pretty
Hitman.
much betraying,
I'm a dip though, so
honestly.
Understandable. Yeah, you went behind the group's back
Yeah.
to get us more support from the Hitmen. Wow, that's such a betrayal.
Yeah, I betrayed you guys.
So
Maybe it is.
betrayal.
Destroyed, nerds.
Justice is destroyed. We can never recover from this.
Yeah, you'll never recover from
Quick,
this.
put him in the blood
Never.
pool.
Although, actually,
Deserved it.
would you like a little bit of a summary of what happened today?
I don't
Oh,
wanna go-
yeah, sure. Give me a
Wait,
second. Let me turn you guys on speaker. There you go.
Forever.
Hello.
I'm not going in the blood
So-
pool. Give me.
So essentially, we discovered a. I think you were there for that. We discovered the body of the woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
She,
before I forget,
oh,
I think Bruce jumped out of here, but I will send him a note.
makes sense.
If he doesn't come back. Level up, my dude.
Yo!
Oh, we leveled up. Nice.
Cool. I'll take that.
Wow, that was fast.
Not really. It's been 2 sessions again. And as for the
To
early,
be fair,
once we hit 5
hitting
is when
level-
it really slow down.
4. Well, when you hit level 4, it does start to slow down typically. So
I mean,
Yeah,
so
after
what
this, it's gonna be a while.
yeah, that's
Probably,
fine.
probably.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't think anyone has a problem with that.
yeah, we definitely don't have a problem with it.
I love how the cleric's the only full caster in the group. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Anyway, so, I think you were there when we discovered the woman's corpse, right? But then you had to dip.
He was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we found a letter on the corpse that essentially was from Elokiar's parents to Elokiar. It was like, hey, you're messing with people you really shouldn't be messing with. Don't be messing with these people, Elokiar. And so we tracked down the person who killed the lady. Discovered that it was
We've
some
not
hitman.
confronted them or anything.
Yeah, we didn't.
Just got
confront-
information on them.
We know who they are, and we know who they're working for.
Let me guess, Alabaster Keep.
Nope.
But
A shady group known as the Ravens Crest. They're essentially a faction within the noble faction. That's also nobles and underground people, and essentially
Gotcha.
it's the Illuminati, essentially.
did you do anything else?
Yes. Then we went and confronted Elokiar's parents. That was
Huh.
fun. Yeah, that was a fun experience. But
I'll have
now,
to watch the VOD later.
oh yeah,
And then I
it was fun.
clutched the fuck up by breaking a lot of my bones in my back.
Yes. Also,
So
I was a little worried that they were gonna be like, "You work for us." I was gonna be like, "Oh shoot," but yeah, no. Either way, it turned out just fine. Also, Rune hit them with a devastating line. They're like, "We're not we're just the messengers." And Rune does this little break in the back thing and looks over and looks down at him and just goes, "I'm willing to kill the messenger." And ouch, that was a yep, then they shut up. And then Elokiar kind of told them, "Hey, I'm coming back into Upside officially, all the way. I will be well, I will be back in Noble Society. You cannot stop me. I'm no longer going to be hiding. And I'm going to demand some support from you, because after all, you know, wouldn't it
We're
be so?
family.
Yeah, wouldn't it be so great for the Volin name if, you know, you had a powerful company behind your back? Because this, and he was going to be like holding the letter at him, this is blackmail. I could get you guys shut down because we now have contacts in the Nexus court. I'm not going to, because that would be horrible for our family name. But instead of destroying our family, why don't we make it stronger?
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows. And it kind of was
All right.
essentially just like, if I wanted to hurt you, I could. But I don't want to, simply because Elokiar, or Elandil, his brother, cares for you. Therefore, I'm not going to have my companion here kill you.
We still need to find out, because I haven't told you guys the characters yet, but I am incredibly curious why Alabaster Keep wanted Hitman's records.
they
Oh,
didn't.
that's another
Oh,
thing
we
we
should-
found out.
It also was the Speaker of the Plains
The speaker of the plane was
who
kind of
supposedly
framed.
wanted it, and we figured out it wasn't them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens Crest is kind of
And
framing.
it's also not. It's
So
also
wait,
probably
then-
not Alabaster Keep.
The guy who
On top.
the guys who picked up the dead drop were just dressed like Alabaster Keep people.
Yeah.
Oh,
some reason-
also, we kind of got told to return the money, and
No,
all of
it's
us,
my money.
all of us were like, "What money?" We legitimately
Yeah.
just left her
Take
there at the
it.
Hitman complex. We don't know what you're talking about.
We didn't leave her there at the Hitman complex. We took her with us.
They're not seeing that money back.
We got no idea.
And I told them. I told Alokiar told his parents to contact Ravens Crest, tell them that we are willing to accept a fall guy. We're willing to accept and cover for them on the condition that they back off, that they do not threaten us anymore, and that, yeah, essentially that they back off. Is literally it. It said, we're willing to take the fall, we're willing, not take the fall, but we're willing to cover for them if they back off and leave us alone.
I will receive no consequences for my horrible actions.
Also, you weren't even in the room when it happened. Elokiar told you to stay outside.
Hey, that's
When they went to the the front gates of the Volin mansion, Elokiar, looked over at Orpheus, gussied him up so he looked, fancier. They obviously know Rune. Looked over at Darus, kind of nodded his head because Darus said he looks fancy, and looked at Addy and just was like, I'm just gonna have you stay outside. Is that all right? Just stay out here.
alright. Orpheus has the highest passive perception, right?
Yeah, I have a 15.
Okay, we need to bump that baby up.
I'm actually thinking of doing that. I'm taking skill to expert. I'm thinking to maybe put the expertise into perception.
Good idea.
And then take
Oh,
alert,
we could just get you
and
a
then
sentinel
observant.
shield.
Well, I'm planning to take observant first, then alert.
Well, we could just. It'd be super easy to get you a sentinel shield, man.
That is also true.
True.
Plus, you use a one-handed weapon, so you could just have the shield there.
True.
True. To be fair, you don't need to have the shield equipped. You just have to have it on you.
You do have to
Yeah.
have it.
You
in
have to
use.
wear it in your arm. Even
Yeah,
if
you
you don't
gotta
have
use it.
proficiency in shields, you don't have to gain the benefits of the shield. You won't get the debuff of using a shield, so long as you don't use it. You just have to have it on your arm,
So you have to have it equipped, but you don't have to be using it.
It's weird. It's just gotta hang there, So
If,
long as you aren't.
if you want, we can customize it so it matches your character a little better. As in, it's not a shield. We can make it an amulet instead, if that's a little more to your liking.
Or make it like a bracer or something. Something he just wears on his
Yeah.
arm.
Orpheus already has an amulet. He's got the fucking clockwork amulet, which was the Magic Serpent Star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yo,
shoot, I have a
me
clockwork
too.
amulet too!
We all
3
take a
clockwork
Heyo.
amulet, boys.
We all took one of these.
Well,
That's
it made
fucking
sense
better.
for me.
I just
Same thing with me, as we're both artificers. And I kind of referenced it when I was in the drawing room in his little study. There's a bunch of clocks, a bunch of little clockwork stuff. Clockwork amulet as a starting item. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Shanti, this just reminded me. I wrote up my entire character's backstory. I never sent it to you.
You did not.
I feel guilty now.
Don't. I think you sent me part of it. 'Cause aren't
I
you?
sent you the briefest of brief clip notes.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 sentences.
Yeah, it was enough.
Also, we officially have a name for Elendil, if not Elendil. I mean, yes, Elendil technically. Also have a name for Lokiar's parents. Graf and Stavi.
Oh, is intern still intern, or does he have an actual code name
I
now?
think he officially joined today, didn't he?
Yes. We officially inducted him so that we could use him
What's
on
his
the show.
code name?
We don't.
We haven't talked about that yet. That's something we've got to actually focus. We'll discuss that next session at the start, actually.
Yeah, we could. Because we kind of ended the session right at the beginning of a meeting, so we can talk about our stuff.
I'm excited to unveil Fido 2.0 in a fight sometime in the future.
We did also get into a fight.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
against some thugs.
I
Did
had
you use Fido 2.0?
yes, we
Yeah,
did. I had him You know,
He's glorious, isn't he?
as somebody's running by, I had him use the maul as an opportunity attack to like grab the guy, pin him against a wall, bite him, and then throw him to the ground.
He is beautiful. He no longer has his cannons, but he's chunky, ain't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
you
a
also
PP.
believe I also believe you got 13 golds as well.
Oh yes,
I
you
don't
did,
know.
you did also get 13 gold.
I
Did
don't
you
know if
add that to
multis-
my sheet, or do I need to?
I did not add it to your sheet, but I can add it. If you
Okay.
like.
You didn't go peeking at my immense wealth, did you?
You should
I-
have a look
I
at it
have-
as well.
I have more money than that.
Yeah, once we're done tonight, I will take him off your sheet again.
Understandable.
How dare you have more money than me? I've done nothing but be a greedy goblin the whole game.
I also sold a magic item today, so
Oh, wait, what?
yeah, I sold a copy of my gauntlets as my downtime activity.
Oh, yeah, I haven't sold Fido.1 yet, alright.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
think about what you want to do for 2 downtime activities. You've got 2 weeks worth of downtime to kill.
I got 2 weeks!
Yeah,
Yeah.
last week
Little
and
week
this
pass
week.
after this. Actually, I think I still need to do my downtime for this week. I guess we'll do that next session.
But yeah,
I
do
no.
it
also
now
need
if
to
you want.
decide what I'm doing for mine. I
But
don't
honestly,
know
it's
what
just
I'm
gonna
doing.
be
Yeah.
it's just gonna be Orpheus doing some detective work. He's gonna find
It's
lost
a-
items for people.
Yeah, I have a little over 200 more gold than you, and I gave 100 of it, and I gave 100 more of that to Orpheus, so I had 300 gold more. than you.
Just remind me next week if you want to do it then, because that'll give you time to think about what you're going to actually look into.
I will.
It's good to talk to y'all again.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been dead for
It
4
is
days.
good to talk to you.
Yeah, Multi told me a little bit about what's going on, so.
Oh, my mom just got out the Glock and put a cap in my ass, so...
That's what I heard.
That is certainly one way of phrasing it, yeah. Good way of phrasing it.
Definitely is a way.
It's good to know that she thinks so highly of your friends.
Now referring
Indeed.
to us as
She's always
those
been
people.
skeptical of my friends.
Yeah.
Did you base your parents' her for a Lokiar off of his mom?
No, I did not.
Sorry.
I based them
Oh
off of...
no, it's fine. I've long since accepted my fate as they are intended. You know.
But now that I think about it, Lokiar and Dion do have something very, very close in common. They're psychotic mothers. But anyway, the difference is Lokiar also has a wholly psychotic father.
So, you'll have better internet next week, I'm
Mine
taking
is
it?
just happened. That's even sadder in a way. What'd you say, Shanti?
I said you're gonna have better internet next week then?
Yeah. I should have.
Awesome.
I should have a world better. I should also have all my gear. And
Awesome sauce.
thank-
Awesome sauce. Anyway,
Also, on the good side, both of my checks are still green. They haven't expired yet. I was mildly worried about that, but I still got about like 70 days left on both of them, so we're
you
golden.
you should probably make a new bank account and
Cash
redeem
those
those.
in.
Already doing that.
Good.
It's gonna happen like
Alright.
Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah,
Good.
you'll have to make a new account because they will not let you take your mom off the account without her there to do it.
My other account is already dead. The bank deleted it because it had no money. Because my mom stole it all.
Oof.
That
I
sucks.
hope there wasn't a lot in there.
It was $300, so it was a mild amount.
It's not
That's
too
awful.
horrible, but not a small amount.
It definitely was a gut punch. Coming to you this fall. I don't know what I'm doing this voice.
Fair
Anyway.
enough. I'm gonna end the stream now before things get too personal.
You were streaming? You...
Of course I'm streaming.
Good. Why
Anyway,
didn't you end it?
Sorry, I didn't
believe
realize
the
he was
point.
still streaming her. I wouldn't have said anything.
I'm gonna